Board.
Hello everyone. We're going live just a little bit early here as we try and work out some of the audio problems we've had the past few days here, tweaking things a little bit, so that hopefully you can hear us a bit better and we won't be drowned out by the music. So, for now, I'm just going to keep talking so that we have something to go on for so. Oh yeah, the headphone jack doesn't work on that. So.
Well, that
So we're going to have to come up with another way of finding that. So.
Well, it's actually just good for a moment.
So for now, things should be getting underway in a minute here. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Please excuse any echoing you may hear, as the headphone jack on my computer is not working quite right, so we have to have it actually on so we can hear. That sounds good.
Yes, that sounds perfectly fine.
Alright. So, with that sorted, we will go ahead and start here. So, as we left off last time, poor Crowe, $1 million in debt, got hired by a mysterious company to test their newest model, got sent out to take care of some problems, and immediately ran into trouble with the mysterious group's celestial being. Since then, he's been captured by them, escaped, and has gone back to them claiming he wants to join them. Does he really? Who knows? No one really trusts him, though. So,
Did we save after I upgraded or before?
look at the remaining money.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes, at this point in time, we have full access to all 4 of the 00 Gundams and the Brasta, but that's about it. We'll be getting a new unit this next chapter here, and say hello to our first super robot. Nothing but reals till now. Let's see. With the appearance of celestial being, the balance of power in the world began to slowly change. At the same time as they appeared, 5 Gundams were sent down from the colonies and commenced operations. The new chaos caused by this began to create large changes in the world. At the same time, a mysterious robot known as Dancougar Nova appeared on the battlefields. Its actions and goals were completely unknown. Dancougar Nova and Celestial Being, both of them caused great further fan the flames of war. When they appeared together, would it be a coincidence or not? I'm sorry that wasn't perfect, but that went by a bit fast for me to do a full translation.
So,
But that's
after
the main
each
part of
route,
it.
but I imagine that's going to occur.
No, not necessarily, but that one in particular to try and set things up. And so why is it that you're trying to join Celestial Being now? After listening to what you guys said, your ideals have convinced me. Do you think we'd believe the words of someone who ran away? Oh, wait a minute. There's no harm in just hearing him out, at least. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, come on, I don't want to be shot at while I'm wearing a blindfold here, guys. As you know, as a test pilot for Axion, my job is just to go around to various battlefields and collect data. Let's see. And so are you saying that you want to fight alongside Celestial Being? Because we'll be fighting all over the place? If that's your reason, then you should just go ahead and join a PMC. At least that's what my employer feels like. What I'm gonna say now is my own opinion. I want to see what you guys are going to do. I've been a soldier before. I know a lot about and have a lot of things I want to say about the state of this world as it is. Let's see. So long as there are plenty of countries that aren't at peace, people are going to be the same as well. However, considering the state the world's in, that message of yours was quite a shock. From what you did at the AEU's orbital elevator, and the fight I saw from you yesterday, you guys seem to be pretty serious about this. And so, I want to see with my own eyes just how far you're gonna go. We won't let you just sit by and watch. If you're gonna join us, you're going to have to help out here. Even if it means... let's see. Even if it means washing your hands with blood. Let's see. It's not like my hands are exactly clean here either. And I understand I'm not just here to play about. And so I made up my mind. This world needs to change. No. I want to change it. Alright. I've spilled my guts, told you all what I thought of. All I can do now is leave it up to you guys. So what shall we do? It is true that the more allies we have, the better. And and our boss did tell us to make decisions on the ground. Was it impossible? Crowe, know that if you betray us, you will die. So you're gonna accept me? You're gonna let me in? Let's see. At the current state, we need to be able to adapt to circumstances. In order to do so, we shall utilize your power. I agree as well. At this point, in order to have even a bit more fighting power, we should be willing to accept a couple of risks. If you guys say so, then I've got no objections. Everyone just looks over at Setsuna. I suppose we'll take your silence as acceptance. Do as you like. Alright, I guess that's decided. Hallelujah. You go with Setsuna and get this guy's food and water. Alright. Well, alright, we're taking the blindfold off now. Never thought it'd feel so good to see the light. Now I can finally see your faces. Just from seeing your face there, I have a feeling about you. You're the guy who said that we can do it before, aren't you? You aren't a Gundam. What? Setsuna.
The only thing that matters to him in this world.
Yes. All he cares about is his Gundam. No, the idea of Gundam, not even his. But yes.
He at least cares for it more than Hiryu. He cares about the wing.
Maybe.
He blew up the wing 3 times.
Well, I mean, that was part of his orders, though. Hero, I mean, he at least tries to salvage his when it gets scrapped. Yes. Yeah, no, Setsuna tries to salvage his when it gets scrapped. So that's something, but yes. I don't really know what he said there, but it seems like Setsuna doesn't trust him. Lock on Stratos. Aren't you the same? I guess so. But even if he was talking a big game, I think he's serious. Besides, there's no harm in just watching him for a while at least. And while we do that, we'll take it. And while we do that, we'll analyze data on his machine. I see. So the reason you decided to accept him is so you could gather more data on that Axiom unit. There are too many unknowns about his unit. Beta has also ordered that we investigate it. Depending on the situation, we can... Let's see, we can forcibly take that unit and ignore the pilot. Understood. Alright, so if he does make any suspicious moves, I'll take him out. I'll leave it to you. Alright, now for our next mission. Looks like we're headed to the HRL this time. I hope we don't have any more intruders show up. Dancougar, huh? Guess it's coming to the point where we're gonna have to do something about it. Ah, yes you will. But not in the way you expect. And now, in the sea off Japan, Ryugajima, the Dragon Fang Island, and Dragon's Hive. Commander's room. Let's see. All 4 of the new pilots have successfully been transported here. Yes. These people will be introduced later. Thanks for your hard work.
What are their current names?
They still have their names.
Oh.
But yes, they will be officially introduced later. I leave taking care of the unmanned transports to you. Understood. What's going on here? I had just finished the Yokohama, I think. I'm not sure. I could look that up, but yes. Grand Prix, and gone back to my room to rest. What's going on? This isn't those guys' hideout. Huh? Am I still asleep? Where is this? At any rate, this isn't the taxi I was supposed to... The in-transit taxi I was supposed to be in. Everyone! It's nice to meet you. I'm Ruri. Yeah. We welcome you here. Yes. This is Ruri, the mental counselor of the Dancougar team. Not to be confused with Ruri from Nadesco, as they make that joke a couple of times. Poor her. She's also very short. Ruri? Ruri. Alright. Whether you're Ruri or Ruri, it doesn't matter, but who are you? I'll go ahead and be the one to explain that. Who are you? Yes. My name is Tanaka, and I'm the commander. I'm the commander of this operation, and we've all been waiting for the 4 of you. Let's see. Miss Hidaka Aoi, a champion F1 racer and a top class model. Let's see. Need to refer to my notes as I wrote down all these names. This should be Tachibana Kurara of the Narcotics Squad, captain of the Narcotics Squad. Let's see. The young and talented lead of insert name here, sales firm, Sir Johnny Burnett. And finally, Sakura Kamon, the homeless man. I welcome you all to the Dragon's Hive. Dragon's Hive? What is that? This is Ryugajima, a small island off the coast of Japan in the Pacific Ocean. Because it is the Dragon Fang Island, it's known as Ryugajima. I haven't heard that name before. See, of course, it's not very widely known. See. Yes. It's a volcanic island that was created in the Great Dimensional Quake 20 years ago. No matter how I look at this, we were dragged here against our will, weren't we? I'm very sorry about that. that we had to go to such lengths to bring you here. I'll view this as a kidnapping then. I'll bring you in for this. Please, wait a minute. Yet, before you do anything like that, will you at least listen to what we have to say for a little bit? Alright then. Start by telling you why you kidnapped us all. Alright. I'll go ahead and cut straight to the chase of why we brought you all here. We want to form a contract with the four of you to become the pilots of the Dancougar Nova. Dancougar Nova? Dancougar, don't tell me it's that mysterious super robot? It shows up on battlefields across the world and aids the losing side. With its overwhelming firepower, it swiftly ends battles. A super weapon. Some people have suspected that it's the secret weapon of a large country, or ruin left behind by some ancient civilization, or even be created by the super technology from some alien race. But no one does know for certain about it. In other words, we've got no clue about it. That's how it is. Can you explain this so that we can understand? Alright, before that, allow me to point out one thing. Even though you've all been calling it, the media's all been calling it Dancougar here, its proper name is the Dancougar Nova. After this, please refer to it as such. Dancougar Nova. In order to explain this simply, Dancougar Nova requires 4 pilots, and at regular intervals we change them out. And since the contract ended with our previous pilots, we decided to select the 4 of you as our new pilots. As the result of our secret survey is, you were the 4 that were selected as most compatible for it. Wait a minute, doesn't that mean you just did it? You chose us on your own? Yes, that is how it is. You chose us and dragged us here against our will, and on top of that you want us to pilot some unknown robot? Yes, that is exactly how it is. Quit joking around. Of course I'd refuse. If you want to make me an offer, go through my agent. Let's see. Yes, very unfortunately here, we of the Dragons have our secret organization, so we can't make any public offers to you. And that's why we had to go through such roundabout methods to bring you all here and make contact with you. Let's see. Yes, it was quite difficult. But let's see. As for the fees we'd pay you, let's see. Miss Ahoy, going off your last year's income, we'll add an extra 0 to it. In addition, we have various options we've prepared. Unfortunately, you'll have to take a leave of absence from your current jobs. However, other than that, we're prepared to support you in all ways we can. All we want you to do is, when it becomes important, when it becomes necessary, we'd like to have you pilot the Dancougar Nova for us. However, you must understand that when you're not piloting it, all information about the Dancougar Nova must remain completely secret. That is the only condition we have. I don't like jokes like this. It's so far out I can't even laugh. Oh, yes. I can't joke around at a time like this. This is really the truth. He seems so happy all the time. Yes, I like poor Tanaka. Poor Commander Tanaka. He's just like Fudo in that he's a guy who's seriously trying his best but is severely hampered by his situation. Who would believe a crazy story like this? Well, in the position I'm in right now, I can't really do anything but ask you to believe it. I'm leaving. I don't have the time for this. Mr. Tanaka, they've started to move. Ooh, good timing. It seems that a new mission has just come in for you. Them? A mission? Miss Sammy, can you make preparations to launch? Everything should be ready, but we don't have the pilots. Yes, about that. These are our new pilots that we've recruited. Oh, so these are our newbies? Looks like we're putting a focus on visuals this time. They all look pretty good. I'm the chief mechanic, Miss Sammy. Yeah, I leave my little baby to you. Even if you say that. Well, it is said that a picture paints 1,000 words. Picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Why don't we have you ride the Dancougar once and give her a test ride? Alright, so we'll go ahead and start the launch preparations. Please be careful. Ah! Floor just drops out from underneath them. Good old tube methods of launching into battle. We'll go ahead and deal with the contract once you all return. Let's see. Oh yes, by the way, we've already gone ahead and taught you the methods of piloting Dancougar Nova through sleep learning over these past few days. Alright, so go ahead and enjoy the ride! How is everything going? The Dancougar Nova is about to launch with the new pilots. I have high expectations for them. How are things going with that organization? We've already finished making contact. After this mission, we'll move into direct negotiations with them. Chapter 5. The Super Beast God Combination. Because Dancougar has a really overblown name.
Does Dancougar have to get to a will to transform?
Yes. No, not transform. It's combining.
Combining.
Yes, the Dancougar is going to be our first combining robot.
There are
Alright!
multiple now, right?
No.
Okay.
Alright, we've cleared out all intruders. This base now belongs to the WLF! Those are the Gundams? Is that Celestial Being? Looks like we were a bit slow. The HRL's forces have already been completely destroyed. Well, as a result of that, it means we only have to take down one group of enemies. So you're going to take down... So if the HRL had still been standing, were you going to take out both sides? Looks like this base was established here in order to deal with several racial groups within the area. In other words, this was always a place destined for conflict, huh? Let's see. What about these guys surrounding the base? Part of a resistance group? Oh, okay, so, yes. So this was on the front lines for a war with a group of resistance fighters trying to free themselves from the HRL. Yes. And so these guys left around it are the resistance. But if they were just ordinary resistance, they wouldn't be targets for us. This is the WLF. In the name of providing support for the resistance, they've been further fanning the flames of war. They're terrorists. They're but terrorists. Look. Look all around the base. You can see just marks left over by their egos and overblown pride. I imagine those are a lot of civilian casualties it was pointing out with directly showing. Oh, yes. This is terrible. This resistance's foot soldiers charged straight in and then tried to attack the base on their own? That's exactly what the WF wanted. Since the HRL has been driven out now, they're planning on taking over this base for themselves, I bet. And so they just used the resistance as fodder for the HRL. In other words, this base's fight isn't going to be over yet. Weird celestial beings exist to take out all weapons. If they have no weapons, then they won't be able to fight. Right, and the resistance will have to use peaceful methods in order to finish their conflict. But the HRL will just send more weapons this way. If that happens, then we'll just beat them down as well. No matter how many times it takes until they give up. Alright. So we'll just take out the WLF then. Let's see. That organization's been growing far too rapidly recently. They must have picked up some incredible sponsors. But it looks like they're coming at us here now. Shooting at us? Exactly as expected. Celestial being! Have you shown up here to interfere with us? Seems like they've got quite a grudge against you. Well, you're also one of us now. Don't forget it. Alright. I'll go ahead. Alright. I'll be sure to show my stuff as a new member. Let's see. Yes. It's not like Celestial Being and I don't have much we can say about it from our positions, but these guys' organization is a problem. And Setsuna runs off on his own again. Setsuna, quit running off on your own! Seems like that Gundam kid's quite energetic. You idiot! This isn't the time to just be sitting back and watching. Try to follow in. Ah, aren't you happy, Lock-On? Now you've got someone else to watch over the kid. At this point, I'll go ahead and shove that job off on him happily. Is that the reason? So you really did have a secret reason for letting me join? Don't forget, Crowe, please. If you make any strange movements, we'll take you out. Ah, scary. Yeah. I don't want to be killed by cool guys such as you, so I'll just go ahead and fight. Alright. Destroy all enemies, don't let allies die, clear map within 3 turns. Please note you have some guys up as well. Take stock of the map. You've got some Leos and an Axiom up there. Most enemies are over there, though. Yeah, there's no one in the top right corner. You've got the bottom right, you've got a bit up to the top. So it's all a matter of deciding who you're going to send where.
Yeah. Here.
Oh, hey. Leos are AIs. I may not have been telling the truth when I said I wanted to join, but I wasn't completely lying either. Let's see. For the people like you who don't think about others and just cause problems everywhere, yeah, I can't let you just rampage about. I bet most of them will probably have battle quotes here, but Session is probably the one you'll want to move last, so that you can see if any of the others can hit. Could be wrong about that, but Virtue can't do anything.
Why do you think they want him to move less?
Firstly, so that Setsuna can get kills and trigger his second attack movement, and secondly, so that you aren't wasting ammo. It's sad, hallelujah. But there are people like this who would trample on those who are seeking freedom. But in order to change this world, we have to do the same things as them.
Hey, grit.
That's sure nice. You could fire off a shot at that Leo.
You can't move, so.
Yes, you can. I'm pretty sure the beam pistols have that range. See?
Yeah, that one.
Haro, don't take your eyes off the Brasta. Brasta confirmed. Brasta confirmed. If he does anything, if he makes any strange movements, I'll take him out. But I've got a debt to him from that time at the elevator. If at all possible, I don't want to have that happen. Yes. Beam pistols. Such a wonderful weapon. But at least he has a post-movement weapon. Which is more than some people can say. Virtue. No, the Virtue does.
So the Virtue should have...
The Virtue does. The Raphael doesn't. Yes, the Virtue does.
Oh.
But the Raphael does not. Which sucks. I'd move him a bit further along. So that you have him closer to more enemies. There is no god here. You aren't Gundams. Setsuna truly believes in Gundams.
And why shouldn't he?
They are a symbol of justice to him. Yes, that is everyone you have for now. Just Vulcans. Vulcans are simple enough. Just too slow. I am a Gundam! Oh, Setsuna. You're so earnest about that. And now, out of nowhere.
Doku Eagle.
What is that? Those four machines. Are those the parts of the Dancougar? Just go ahead and enjoy yourselves, he said? That's quite a thing for you to say, Tanaka. This is a battlefield? It's a place where you gotta kill or be killed. But since we're here, we can't just go ahead and leave things like this. I guess the name of Dancougar Nova has preceded us. Everyone, it seems like you've reached there successfully. Not as if we'll be able to take care of this easily. Everyone is currently riding one of the VBM variable beast machines. To start with, you should all get used to piloting the variable beast machines. It does feel like I know how to use this somehow. Yes, it's something that you should... Something that you should know already. I'm looking forward to seeing how well you go. Your opponent this time is the World Liberation Front. Let's see. You're talking about that worldwide, that pointlessly large worldwide terrorist group? Wait a minute. Isn't those celestial being guys there as well? Are you telling us to fight against those Gundam things too? No, please cooperate with them. We've already gone ahead and begun the process of negotiating with them. Celestial being? Who on earth are you people? I'm very sorry, I'm just middle management. We've received an urgent communication from Miss Sumeragi. Cooperate with the Dancougar and continue the mission. What's happening? It really must be urgent for her to have sent something to us mid-mission. I've received a transmission from Veta confirming this. Follow orders. Are you unhappy with this, Setsuna? I'll follow orders. Alright, so what should we do, everyone? I don't want to deal with something this problematic. It's already too late. Too late. Too slow, too late. Yes. WLF's already coming for us. So just come to this? We've got to do this. Let's do it. You stole what I was gonna say.
Do Dancougar theme?
One of the Dancougar themes is playing, but it's not the main Dancougar theme. You don't get the main Dancougar theme until you get Dancougar Nova on the field.
Oh, come on.
Very close.
I'll just trust the AI for now.
Yes. Trusting AI typically works out in these. Axios with rocket launchers. So it looks like the green ones are pretty weak.
That was the sniper rifle, though.
I'm just talking about its HP is lower than the Leo. Move as far as you can, but still attack. That's what I'd say. Yeah, go ahead and just pop an eagle shot.
Those attack animations really are just too long.
Yeah, but they're fun. So, you're going to want to make sure that you can soften someone up for the Dancougar to take it out, if possible.
First of all, is there anything There's
So-
one thing within range of the dice.
So, allow us to quickly take a look at the Dancougar Nova, which we don't have. We have the Nova Eagle, which is the head of the Dancougar Nova. It's piloted by Aoi Hidaka, who has Accelerate, Focus, and Spirit as her spirit commands. So, one that gives you +3 movement, one which gives +30% hit evade, and one which gives +10 will.
Okay, those are pretty decent.
She has her innate skills. She has Unknown, Prevail level 3, and See Through. It's pretty standard, really. It's got the Dan Magnum attack, 3A dagger, and Viral Beast Machine charge, which is capable of cutting through barriers and size.
Those all that actually seems pretty nice. That's
Yeah.
far better than I was expecting.
Yeah, the Dancougar, the Nova Eagle, I mean, it has to be pretty good. Yeah, I just keep on pressing on. He does not have Accelerate. Please get everyone you can into range for enemy counterattacks.
Is there a longer range attack when he's in?
No.
So I'm just kidding.
There, you can go ahead and smack that Leo. I'd use the GM sword, but... Sure, Vulcans do fine. Now,
That's less fine.
you've still got the Nova Eagle to use. And turn on animations for this. 3A dagger.
Of course, you're on animations now.
Nova Elephant will back you up from behind. Alright, then my Nova Rhino will break through ahead. You won't be able to do it on your own. My Nova Liger will create an opening for you. Yes. Elephant, Rhino, Liger, Eagle.
Why?
Japan likes Ligers for some reason.
No, Liger I get. It's the elephant and rhino.
You need something to be, the main body and the legs.
It just seems like a very strange combination.
It is what it is. Alright. Well, why don't you just do what you like? After all, this is going to be the only time we'll do this. But this machine is not bad. Let's go, Nova Eagle!
こっちのスピードについてこられるかしら。
Can you keep up with my speed? As expected of a pro racer.
ヒューマロイドモード。
Yes. And they're all mini... They're all capable of mini combat as well.
Those are Gurren Lagann level.
One shot to critical.
Lagann level? Gurren level? I can't remember which one it is.
Logan is the small one.
Yeah, they're Lagann level.
Watch out! Something's coming! Reinforcements for the WLF? Oh, look. They're huge! It looks like that's the enemy's trump card. Watch out. Their armor's on a different level from our mobile suits. So that's what Celestial Beings said. So isn't this some time when we should retreat? Ah, very well done, everyone. Seems like you've gotten used to the variable beast machines. They're great. Don't say it like you're uninvolved in this. Alright, we'll move on to the next step then. I have a feeling that you all should know what to do. It would seem so. Alright then, let's go! Let's do this! That's something I wanted to
At
say.
least they've got an excuse for why they all immediately.
What are they doing?
Go.
超獣合戦。
Super Beast God combination!
これが
This is
神出鬼没の
the legendary mysterious super robot. And I think that really speaks for itself.
Is that just yelling Dancougar Nova?
Yes. Let's see. Those combat units turned into a robot? Let's see. Depending on the battle situation, they can combine? Ah, it seems like you guys have managed to successfully combine. Well done! But be careful about the limits. Limit? Yes, Dancougar Nova's maximum output's only attainable by shares for a very short period of time. If you wind up exceeding 5 minutes, the internal temperature will exceed 100 degrees. That sounds like it would be nice for a diet. At that rate, our blood would start to boil in our bodies. I'm not the hot-blooded type. Ah, but come on, isn't it more of a throw when there's a time limit up? I feel the same. Alright, if you exceed 5 minutes, Dancougar Nova will automatically re-separate into the machines to prevent its generator from running amok. After you deploy it once, you won't be able to combine again, so please be careful. So before that, we need to defeat the enemies. Let's go! Yes.
So it's got a 5-turn limit.
Yes. In game terms, that means we have 5 turns once we deploy the Dancougar Nova before it splits apart. Alright. She has access to the missile detonator attack, the Fit Punch, the Dancou Cannon, and the Dancou Sword.
Why does that take more energy?
What?
Why should the sword take more energy than the cannon?
Because it's a stronger attack and they need some form of balancing. Yes. So yes, it has unstable activation as its skill, which causes you to revert. But also, as a fun note, come on, can't I?
Triangle plus.
Ah yes, we now have sub-pilots. So some robots have more than one pilot, and so she's got Crowe here, who has Mercy and Lock On. Mercy is, what you'd expect, prevents from killing an enemy. Lock On, guaranteed. Vigor, restore 30% health. And Wall.
Seems like a decent overall set.
Yep. Just keep
and
going.
That's everyone.
Yep. Leo's just gonna get shot at by Vulcans. Use the rifle. Gen Sword.
In this one, in the newer games at least, you can definitely trust the AI.
Yeah.
Some of the older ones were less so.
So, as a fun note here, to begin with, yes, it's automatically set to counterattack with the Dancou cannons. As a fun note, these enemies are called genocide rons. I mean, boy, if you want to go for an evil name, you can't get much better than that. Yep, tank form genocide run. And now, the main theme of the Dancougar. Output confirmed. Let's see. Absolute active force generators operating as planned. Leave the long-range combat to me. Alright. Alright, Dancougar Nova. Let's see if you move as I'd like. What? I don't have any weapons. Let's go! I'll show you Dancougar Nova's power!
Is he the body?
He's the legs.
Oh. Oh, God.
Yes.
Those
Yes, these are
Dancougar
Dancougar
to
enemies.
shame.
Yes, they are bad.
分かったわ
But yes, this is a good point in time to start talking about what on earth the Dancougar is. People who have never seen these before,
クララさんダンク砲お願い
robots are split into 2 main genres. Super robots and real robots.
脊髄反射シス
Yes.
テム
This one just looks like a transformer, though.
Yeah, it kinda does. I mean, it's 4 different things all jammed together. Some pretty impressive firepower it packs. It doesn't even have its final form yet. But yeah, not quite enough. So, as this continues here, I'll go ahead and talk a little about the difference for super and real robots for those who do not know. So, most of the robots we have here are considered real robots. It's a subgenre of mecha series, which are mostly smaller, lighter weight robots, which are theoretically things we could build, barring the invention of 1 or 2 technologies. For Universal Century Gundam series, that would be the Minovsky drive, which is the ultra-small nuclear-style reactor, which powers most Gundams, and gives off a unique form of radiation called Minovsky particles.
And also, of course, Gundanium alloy.
Yes, Gundanium alloy as well to make them strong enough. Yeah, so they're smaller, lighter, things we could conceivably make in the next couple of 100 years. On the other hand, we have mechs like the Dancougar, which are super robots. They tend to be huge, hulking, and powered by impossibility drives. Yes, so you've got the Dancougar Nova, which is huge. The original Dancougar was powered by the pilot's emotions.
You know what? I'll trust you to do this.
Yes. Let's see. Veda has already been plotting has already been planning all of our moves in order to pacify this world. So, go ahead and click. The fact that both this mission and the investigation of the Brass are on Veda's orders. I will operate as planned. Yes. So yes, super robots tend to be bigger, more impossible, crazier. So yes, we're talking things like the Dancougar Nova, the Mazinger, the Getter Robo. The closest textbook example of a super robot you could get within the past 10 to 15 years is probably Gurren Lagann, as it's huge, tough,
Not quite.
powered by crazy spiral energy. Fun! But yeah,
Alright.
so you're pretty close to cleaning them up.
People...
Just choose who you want to get the kill there.
It shouldn't matter what I use. That should be enough.
Probably.
If it's not, well, Curios will get the kill.
Yeah. I mean, it's better for the Dynamis to get the kill, but yes. As a fun note, Lock-On also has a sub-pilot. His Haro can do things for him.
There we go.
Alright.
And now...
All that's left is that genocide drone.
I should easily be able to wipe that up with A.
Dancougar.
And I highly doubt there's going to be another enemy, so...
ジェノサイドロンを叩くわよ。葵さん、ダンクーケンの出番でいかが？一気に行くわよ。ダンクーケン。
Fun note.
Okay, sword deception from energy.
Yes. Fun note about it. Although the Dancougar itself is just katakana for whatever, the sword is written as the Space Severing Blade, which I personally think is pretty cool. SR point acquired. Enemies have been confirmed destroyed. Seems like they don't have any reinforcements either. Well done, Crowe. Well, you've gone ahead and proven yourself to help the celestial being. Yes. That's quite a thing to say to me after you pushed that. After you pushed the job onto me of watching him. Oh well. Well, so long as I get paid, I don't have any complaints. What are you talking about? You're currently just an applicant to join us. There's no way we'd give you a raise. The world sure is cruel. I can still feel what it's like to be fighting with the Dancougar Nova. It's the same. Is this what true power feels like? What are we gonna do from now on? Dancougar Nova. What on earth was this power for? We received communications from Miss Sumeragi. We're supposed to go with the Dancougar.
Hey, this one's doing it.
We're supposed to head off to their base.
That
Can we trust it? Who knows? There are a lot of unknown things, but we've got no choice. For now, we'll go along with it. After Celestial Being, there's a mysterious super robot. What? I may be lucky here.
No, this one just froze there.
Poor guy. Poor Crowe. Back to the Dragon's Hive.
Just a small problem with drinking this.
Yes, it has completely...
The top is
Completely
frozen
frozen over.
solid.
Welcome back. It seems as though today's mission went off without a hitch. Even though there were a lot of abnormalities with it. Miss Sumeragi, you came down to Earth? Of course. If you want to get to know the people you're going to be dealing with, you need to meet them in person, don't you? In other words, so this dragon's hive is going to be cooperating with Celestial Being? I can't believe it. To think that some organization would join in with us. We determined that there would be that much merit to doing so. There was nothing more and nothing less. Allow me to introduce myself again to all of you of Celestial Being. Are you the commander of this dragon's hive? Our supreme commander is somewhere else. I'm only middle management here. My name is Tanaka. I look forward to getting to know you. Let's see. You must be a pretty impressive organization, and to reach out and make contact with the infamous Celestial Being. Let's see. Haha. Yes, you see, our commander is a pretty impressive guy. This is something that's pretty impossible, but he was able to access Veta and directly contact us. What? Hey, Terry has been talking about it a lot. Well, what is that Veta thing you talk about? So you're the man who's looking to join us. Yes, I received information about you. I'm Sumeragi Lee Noriega, Celestial Being's tactical advisor and in charge of combat operations. Yes. Hello. I keep on wanting to say her name is Hoshimi or something like that, but I could be wrong, yes. I'm very pleased that we got to meet again like this. And this is Beneru, maybe? Yes. My butler and bodyguard. Commander isn't... Yet again, I've got a woman as a commander. Are you happy? Not at all. You seem to be a pretty complicated guy. Alright, so I'll go ahead and tell our new applicants as well. Let's see. Veta is a quantum calculation system that is operating at the highest level of Celestial Being. The number of people who can access Veta is incredibly limited. To be able to break through the protections on it, who on earth is the commander of this dragon's hive? I see. So in other words, that Veta thing is like the head of Celestial Being. And I've got another question. That weird engine on the backs of the Gundams. What is that? You've got an interest in that? Well, let's see. No matter how I look at it, the power of your Gundams has something to do. The strength of your Gundams has something to do with that weird power it's generating. That's a GN drive. All I can tell you about it is that name alone. It's one of our top secrets, after all. Well, it's directly related to Celestial Being's existence. Mr. Tanaka, we ask that you refrain from asking as well. Alright. We all have our own situations, after all. Well, going along with it is simply what we adults must do. In other words, we're going to ignore the problematic things with each other? Exactly! Seems you understand it well. What is your objective? Since Veta has confirmed it, I have no objections with cooperation. However, we still have questions about your actions. And what could you mean by that? Celestial Being's goal is the elimination of war. The existence of Dancougar is designed to aid the weaker side in the war and prolong it. It's exactly the opposite of us. So why is it that what is it that changed your mind made you decide to ally with us? Oh no, it's not as if we've changed at all. Our goal is exactly the same as always. It's because our goal is the same as yours that my commander decided to ally ourselves with you. And so if that's so, then why are you trying to prolong wars? As I said before, we each have our own circumstances, and so I can't say too much about it. Suddenly goes serious. It's just that our idea of how to eliminate wars, and what's required for it is different from those you have. I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably put that pretty badly, but I can't really explain it very well. But please, don't worry. Yeah, since we've gone ahead and asked you for cooperation, Dancougar Nova and the Dragon's Hive are going to be aiding you as much as we can. Dancougar Nova? Is that robot's proper name? Yes! Since you're going to be compatriots from now on, please refer to it as such. So where are the pilots of it? I thought we should go ahead and give them go ahead and say hello at least. Well, about that at least, please wait a little bit more. We're still in the middle of figuring out the contracts with them. Contracts? Yes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk more about that at length later. But for now, please feel free to rest for a while. All of Dragon's Hive's facilities are free for you to use. We place a premium on your privacy after all. An alliance formed while we're hiding our situations from each other. I can't imagine this lasting long. But like this, at the very least we've at least been able to remove Dancougar from our list of possible targets. Celestial being in Dancougar Nova. How on earth will this collaboration pan out? Well... well, doesn't really matter to me. So long as I have data I can send back to the chief, I don't care which way it goes. And with that, another stage complete. And now we have the Dancougar Nova and Nova Eagle. Their upgrades are linked.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming their upgrades are linked because that's typically the case.
Yes.
At least pour one into everything.
Mostly energy. Most super robots tend to be energy powered rather than ammo powered.
Generally speaking, yeah. One armor.
I would upgrade the weapons. Because you have enough to do so.
Just enough money, possibly.
Yeah.
I could upgrade one thing on.
It is, of course, in your capable hands.
I actually don't know who would be the best option. I'll upgrade. Mobility is this one or one down?
That's mobility.
This mobility is dodge rate, right?
Yeah, that affects dodge and hit rates. Well, at least dodge rates. So, let's check on our pilots.
Moment.
Hey, Crowe's got over 100.
Oh, really?
Yep. So we could get some skills here for him, but the most important ones are unavailable.
And meaning...
So it costs 300 to get consecutive action, 150 for will limit break,
Okay.
it's not as critical in this one, and 180 for energy or bullet saver.
Which for us is energy save.
Yes. So, go ahead and save. And we shall move on to the next chapter.
In just a moment. You can go ahead and move on.
So, doesn't look like anyone's dropped into the chat here today. Slightly saddening, but understandable. So, back to the Dragon's Hive again. Commander's room. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Although it doesn't feel like I slept very well. Were the rooms that we prepared not to your liking? No, it's the opposite. It was too similar to my room and felt it was actually kind of creepy. I was shocked. I couldn't have imagined that you'd prepare personal rooms for us like that inside this base. Exactly as we said yesterday. We're fully prepared to support you in any way that we can. Seems like you were telling the truth there. You didn't even have an exact replica of my kitchen in my home. You even had my favorite cooking knife there. Salaryman, you cook? It's one of my hobbies. I love reading men's monthly cooking. Yes, important and fun note about Johnny, he loves reading monthly magazines. Anytime something strange crops up, he'll be like, oh, I read that in Men's Something Monthly. But even so, my room... Is something wrong with it? It was nothing but cardboard and newspapers lying everywhere. Ah, poor homeless guy. Oh, I'm so very sorry about that. Since you had decided to become... Since you had been living without a house of your own volition, we figured you enjoyed that sort of lifestyle. I don't hate being homeless, but it's not like I live cardboard. So you were living on the streets of your own accord? I guess so. You're pretty odd, aren't you? Yes. If you're gonna say that, then aren't you the same? Since you're here, that means you finished that contract with them yesterday, right? Guess so. May have only been for a short time. But that experience wasn't all that bad. And besides, if we refused the contract, we'd erase our memories, right? I don't want to lose any of my memories. Everyone had their own reasons, huh? I think that, as for me, I think that this place has more mysteries about it than the crime syndicates I usually investigate. So I look forward to seeing what I can dig up on you. Thank you all very much. It is our ultimate pleasure that all four of you decided to stay with us. Yes. Even so, we aren't going to try and go about it. We are ourselves. I feel the same. Yes. Yes. We didn't have private rooms after refusing instead. Of course. Let's see. Something about how I don't have a partner or anything like that. No wife, no girlfriend or anything like that. Yes. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. It's because I was alone that I was homeless. Yes, none of them have any significant others of any kind. At least at this point. At least one of them finds their true love through piloting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that goes poorly in the end, but... Okay.
Yes, that did not work. Alright, back to normal. So. At any rate, we shall leave that for now. Oh. So the Dragon's Hive is yours to explore as you wish. Miss Aoi, Miss Kurara, Mr. Sakya, and Mr. Johnny. Mr. Tanaka. I don't care about that. What I want to know is why on earth we were selected as pilots for Dancougar Nova. Yes, let's see. We did cut in the middle of that, didn't we? Alright. Let's see. Let's start by having Will explain what Dancougar Nova is. Will? The Dragon's Hive. He's something like the main computer of the Dragon's Hive here. Will, it's your turn to shine. I am Will. Allow me to answer your questions about the Dancougar Nova. Seems like this Will is a computer with some sort of artificial intelligence. Dancougar Nova. It is a system designed to bring balance in times of war and conflict by ensuring that there is no proper winner. As such, it will aid the losing side of any conflict. Dancougar Nova knows neither evil nor justice. All that it does is take the side of those who are losing. See. What's with that weird reasoning? What's with that reasoning? I think I've heard that somewhere before. Is Dancougar necessary on the battlefield? By Isabel Cronkite. Isn't she a Pulitzer Prize-winning author? For someone who's been living on the streets, you sure know a lot. Well, I mean, libraries are some of the only places that'll let homeless guys in. Tanaka, that isn't an answer at all. What I want to know is why we were the ones chosen to be Dancougar's pilots. It's the result of... That, after all, is the result of various investigations. What do you mean by various? I truly mean various! So you don't have any intention of answering. Fine. I'll go ahead and ferret it out myself later on. Feel free to if you can. Seems like you're pretty confident that we won't be able to find out. Alright, I'll ask a different question. As of yesterday's fight, we were fighting alongside Celestial Being. Why is that? Yes. The reason for that is that as of yesterday, Dragon's Hive and Celestial Being formed an alliance with each other. By Celestial Being, you mean... Don't tell me. We've become enemies of the world? Don't worry about that. The Dragon's Hive has been equipped with a high-tech stealth system and is completely cut off from the outside world. At the same time, the fact that you are allied with us is completely secret, so please do not worry. You're saying that pretty easily. Don't tell me, is it that you don't like Celestial Being? I don't like him or dislike him. It's just the same with Dancougar. Let's see. Yes. So, since we've come this far, I want to know, is it out of personal interest or something? It may just be personal interest, but I'd like to cooperate with Celestial Being, know what they're like. Yes. To know that you're all willing to help makes me feel pleased. What I was concerned about was something different. Yes. What Will was talking about earlier with Dancougar Nova, and what Celestial Being's goals are, aren't they completely opposite? Their ideal is to eradicate all weapons, while our job is to aid the losing side and prolong conflicts. Well then, allow us to have Will answer that. Yes. If you compare the combat levels, Celestial Being, our cooperation with Celestial Being is merely a result of the system working as intended. If you look at the conflict as between Celestial Being and the entire world, the answer should be easy to grasp. In other words, we're helping out Celestial Being who seems as though they're gonna lose? That is exactly correct. Both Celestial Being and the countries of the world, neither of them are good or evil. In that case, Dancougar Nova's system exists to aid the losing side. Alright. So with that out of the way, I think we can cooperate with them. Their members are also staying at the Dragon's Hive right now. From now on, they're going to be allies you're going to be fighting alongside. Please try to get along with them. Get along, huh? At any rate, we ought to go and meet them here for a bit. I've got a personal interest in it. Alright, so let's see. I've finished the upgrade, Satana. Ian Vashti. Ever since we came to the Dragon's Hive, have you been continually working? Of course, I need to repair the Gundams, right? We can't let these guys lay a hand on the GN drives after all. You're pretty... Haha. You may say that, but I've got my hands full just trying to keep control of the Dancougar Nova's repairs. Hands are full. Hands are full. Looks like Haro is helping me out here. You're no help at all, Haro. So Ian. Seems like you were doing something extra to the Exia there. Well, what is it? It's a present sent to Setsuna. Present? present to me. It's actually a special GN blades. Let's see. It's made from the same composite particles as the GN swords, with 3mm thick E-carbon cutting edge. What do you think about it? The GN blade. The GN sword, a long and short GN blade, and then the beam sabers and beam deckers. Gundam's 7 sword. Looks like the X is finally living up to its development code, huh? So that Setsuna's has gone and left, huh? What's with him? I came down here to Earth in a big hurry and was working late through the night. He's got to have at least given me a little thanks. I think he's more than giving thanks enough, pal. What? He immediately went to go see the Exia. It's almost as if he wanted to see the new gear as soon as he could. So he has got some cute sides to him, huh? Setsuna's really enamored with the Exia. Do you guys all have that much appreciation for your units? In Setsuna's case, things are a little bit different. The existence of the Gundam itself is special to him. So, come to think of it, what about you, Crowe? Isn't that breast of yours a new model of Axions? Of course I'm taking good care of it. It's my partner, and also my meal ticket. And in addition, if I was to be clumsy and break it, I'd just have that added to my debt. Of course I'm going to take care of it. Yin Vashti. Yin? I already know. I've already started taking a look at his machine. At any rate, since I'm just a rookie here, I'm not going to receive any good money from Celestial Being, am I? So I guess I just have to work as a test pilot to pay back my debt. If that's the case, then help me out with repairs. I'll make sure to talk with Mr. Muragi about getting you a bit of pay for that. Thanks. I'll be sure to. If it's for the sake of money, I'll do anything. Yes. And here's the part where this starts getting even worse with this phrase. There's a phrase they use a lot, which is binbo kuji, or pulling the horror lottery, something like that, which I've been translating as short end of the stick. It's a line they use a lot to describe a lot of people. Lock-on, Crowe, duo. Can't think of any good English equivalent to it. But yes. He's like, you're the guy who's drawing the short end of the stick, but you really are becoming poor. You may be the guy who's constantly drawing the short end of the stick, but being poor really is tough. You may be the guy with poor luck, but being poor is tough. Yes. Something like that. Are you the guys from Celestial Being? I guess that. And I guess that means that you're the pilots of Dancougar Nova? I guess so. Oh, since we have officially signed those contracts now. We already heard about your circumstances from Mr. Tanaka. I look forward to working with you. So, sorry for the abrupt question. But this contract of yours, does it come with pay? I guess so. More specifically, how much? Let's see, after completion... Are you serious? I completely chose the wrong person to work with. Are you fighting for money? I guess so. If it was to be more precise, I'm fighting in order to get the money to pay off my freedom. In other words, by the way, the price on me right now is 980,000. 980,000? That's the amount of debt I've got on me. Seems the Celestial Beings got their own circumstances. That man is a bit different. Please don't lump the rest of us in with him. Alright. Seems like things have gotten better here. Isn't there anything else you want to hear about Celestial Being? Well, I mean, even if there was, it's not like they were going to answer us. At any rate, we figured we should come and see the faces of the people we're going to be fighting alongside, so we'll go ahead and leave here. How unexpected. I figured you guys would have more apprehension about the way we are and such. If I was to say anything, I'm more neutral about you. Let's see. After all, there are people out there who think of you as just a new type of terrorist, and others who think of you as some sort of allies of justice. But to me, at least, you're just some interlopers. The people like you who just intrude into battles are just the same as the people who are fighting them to begin with. There is no right or wrong side in war. Or just like that, you guys are neither right or wrong, good or evil. You guys are pretty dry about this. Sorry, but please don't lump us all together. We may be put together as a team, but we haven't been together long. That's coldness. Oh well. Oh, being all wet and soppy on the battlefield won't help you live long. And it seems as though you've all met now. Has our agent already left? She's got her own things to see to. More importantly, there are movements going on in Area 11, and so I asked her to go collect information there. I've got the next mission for everyone. You're going to head off to Azemistan. Azemistan. It's an area in Central Asia, a small country that's currently receiving support from the HRL. Currently, anti-government force. For over 10 years, anti-government forces have been fighting at the puppet government the Human Information League put in place, is what I've heard. That's exactly right. It appears as just recently, the government sent out a call for help, and the HRL has begun moving in to mop them up. So we're supposed to take them both out, huh? I've got no time to rest. That's just how full of conflict this world is. It truly is sad. Chapter 6. Towards a Far-Off Peace. We'll be on pause for a minute here as we see if things are moving or not. It looks as though our stream is still working. All units! Advance! Don't let the HRL take all the glory! No. No, no. Drive the HRL out! Do these guerrillas intend to keep on fighting? Seems like we're right in the middle of the battle now. Looks like the resistance is busy fighting the HRL forces that have been ruling Azemistan.
Things have just gone.
Well. Is everything gone?
The stream... I'm gonna blame it on Twitch.
Alright, so we'll go ahead. Shut down the streaming routes for the moment.
Op Studio is still streaming.
Claims to be.
Stream's up again.
Stream's up again?
Stream's up again. I guess, I'm not sure what happened there, but stream's up
Alright.
again. Okay, sorry about that. Not sure what happened.
Yes.
What is up with the computer?
There's just a slight bit of trouble.
It probably was something with OBS.
Probably.
I got a notification.
Alright.
Just don't know what the notification was.
Yes. I understand the feeling of wanting to change your country, but if you ruin the cities, then there's no point in it. So we're going to be taking out both sides here? That's exactly right. We're going to keep on doing that until they realize how stupid they're being. Everyone on Team D, Yeah. You decide to leave the timing for combination up to you. Team D? What's that? That's your code name. It was decided as of today. D, huh? If that's the case, what happened to teams A, B, and C? They're probably no longer in this world, I guess. That sounds like something that could happen. To be more precise, there was no teams A, B, or C. Then why are we Team D? It's D for Dancougar Nova. That's a bit on the nose. It's also, you could also take it as a D for dangerous. That sounds fine. Whatever, we're about to go into combat. Once again, Team D, commence combat! So at a time like this, should I say, yes sir, or Roger, or something like that? Dancougar Nova is a super robot. Alright, so let's go ahead and say it then. Understood! Don't worry, Tyria. They've got their own way of doing things. But their way of doing things is completely pointless. Why did Veta say that we should work with them? These guys are unreal. Well, although it's not something that they should be saying. Hey, Sasuke, quit running ahead! I'm gonna have to protect you again! So long as you're still someone who needs protecting, I can't just have you running off. Let's let him go for a little bit. Nix has been equipped with new weapons and he wants to test them out. He really is a kid. Celestial being! You're coming at both of our sides! All units prepare! Both the gorillas and Celestial being are our enemies! And let's go. Today's gonna be a three-way fight. So, victory
Once again,
is
3 turns.
take out both armies in 3 turns.
Cool.
But quick note, we now have
7.
the 7-sword combination attack equipped to the Exio. Significantly stronger, chews through a lot of energy, requires
requires less
120
will.
will.
Oh, more will.
Yes, it's 110 for the sword, 120 for that. Pierces through barriers.
Nice.
Lots of the Exio stuff pierces through barriers, since that's what it was designed to do. So just a note to you, those other things there, down a bit, those are really small and really weak, but really hard to hit.
Well, I know exactly what to deal with, son.
I've got no grudge against you guys, and I don't like fighting either. But if you want to hold a grudge, hold it against both Warriors and us. And if you do manage to survive, make sure you don't take up a gun again. Or Crowe.
980,000 in that.
But it's getting better bit by bit. Just busy fighting Tyrans. Requires more will than she has.
Great.
You're going to want to move people as far along as possible if you want to get that SR point.
Ignore size. Or barrier pierce, which is it?
That's barrier pierce. Oh, and the size ignore doesn't go both ways.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. It only goes up. It does not make it easier for large things to hit small things.
That's a real shame.
Yes, that's a pretty tiny thing, isn't it?
Is that from Votems?
No. I'm not sure what that's from, actually.
Don't they usually...
Yes, there is a way to check, usually. It's from Code Geass.
Okay.
Okay.
I should have guessed by the rollerblades.
Yeah, probably. Most fun characteristic of Code Geass units. I'd have them finish that off.
Sure, I'll trust you to do this.
Yes, they should be able to do that.
I've not watched most of Code Geass, but yeah, those things are not recognizable at all.
Yeah. It's because Season 2, I think, it said. I could be wrong, but either way, yeah, those are not common units. The TRNs, or whatever these are far more recognizable. Let's see. Don't have high hopes. Oh no, Tiara can't hit that. Maybe. Sure.
I
Good
could
enough
do
chance.
sure hit, but I don't think it's worth.
No. You want to save that for tougher things.
I love the Virtue.
I do like its heavy armor.
I love everything about it. It's a heavily armored unit with a massive gun that charges directly to its power core, and it can shed its armor.
Yep. Cast-off functions are always useful. Curious Transform?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that the two other armies will fight each other, and so if you leave anyone who's easy pickings, they may die. On the other hand, that'll make things easier for you. But yes. Yes, it's mainly Code Geass versus others. They think the guns will be able to do it?
Or that's the only thing that'll hit it.
Could be either. Cube.
Honestly, I don't hate the design of these tiny units.
Yeah.
They're just strange.
Yeah. Yeah. What a wonderful weapon that is.
Oh well.
You're right, they are complete amateurs.
What's the name of the pilot of those things? We'll let you know as soon as the turn is through.
Enemy versus enemy.
Actually, I'm not watching Enemy versus Enemy.
Yeah, all I really know about the tiny things is that their pilots are from the Asiatic Federation or whatever from Code Geass. Whatever China was in Code Geass.
Is that enemy or is that
What?
that thing in the bottom right?
Oh yeah, that's another type of genocide
Okay.
run.
That's it. Okay, so they determined what it was based on that. Just
Yep, they're just Asian Federation soldiers or whatever it is.
okay, so Virtue, get in range.
I'd send it, you know. Virtue, you're not doing very well on the hitting there.
No,
It's okay. Yes, I recommend sending poor Dancougar as far as you can so that they can go and deal with the genocide runs, but and if absolutely necessary,
Okay, 1 to 4, so this should
that should work.
yes.
Are you sure you want to risk that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Critical.
I would have gone for some of those Axios there, which I think have been pretty beat up.
Personally, the fact that those things were super small is more of a worry to me.
Yes, that's why I would have used some of the, like the XCR or others. But either way works. Yes. The poor Axios. I was gonna say you might want to take a look off to the left side, see what units are still left over there. Just pan about to see what you have to fight, because you've got...
There's that.
So it's mainly going to be the genocide runs that are your problem.
Yeah, those are all that remain.
Yeah, I'd say head down either to the left or below.
All secretive.
Because your problem is going to be that one down there in the bottom left. Yes, that will be your biggest problem. I believe so. Yep, that's everyone. Yes, I just cannot get over that name. Genocidron. Oh hey, it's using the BBM charge. So here you get to see all of them attacking. all 4 of the Dancougar pilots working in tandem.
モデルの肌に傷をつけるわけにはいかないの。そこのパイロットさん、おとなしくしてもらうわよ。
So here go all 4 of them. Because they have to have something fun like this for combiners. Shoot them up.
ザキヤ君、
Have the Rhino go and boost the Liger.
Those look better.
Fire explosives. And then finally, have the elephant snipe from long range.
And that's a kill.
Always fun to see.
Sure, do it again.
But yeah,
Oh,
always good. And now we have the genocide runs again.
and this should be
Different
a full
type.
power, I believe. Oh god.
Yes.
That's not what I was expecting looking at the face.
Yes, genocide runs are, glorious. For anyone who's curious, Dancougar Nova. The Dancougar Nova itself is a pretty good design, but I cannot recommend watching the series. I
which,
am
for
known
many
to be
reasons.
particularly unobservant about shows, and I noticed a huge number of still and or panning only shots in the very first episode of Dancougar Nova. The one that's supposed to draw people in and make them interested. It wasn't a bad plot, but the art left something to be desired.
Is that high?
No.
No.
But you can make it high enough.
I can make it high enough?
Yes. Her 3rd skill there boosts will by 10.
Sure, someone have Excel as well. Oh wait, I can't.
Oh, see how you can move.
That's within range.
Yes, but you have to transform first.
I'm gonna have to transform.
Wrong option.
Want
Fourth.
new ground flyers.
4th option. So that actually slows down your movement.
Yes, yeah, I move it down by 1.
So let's see if you can... I don't
Maybe?
think you can. Nope.
I can survive 1 turn of not doing anything though.
This is your last turn to get the SR point. So I'd recommend you send the Brasta and,
I'm going to save.
sure.
Well, an amusing thing.
Yes.
This
If you accidentally cancel the game while saving, it will give you a cute little cutscene here. Alright, the game's over. Seems you're a bit tired. This was pretty hard this time, huh? I can still fight. At this rate, I can go ahead and clear the scenario in a single go. Don't rush like that. Come on, I'll treat you, so drink some milk. I don't like agree. I'm not agreeing with such an FSA here. But at this rate, we could still continue on. But he's gone ahead and drunk the milk and is completely in rest mode now. What? How do you still call yourself a Meister? Ah, you guys are so troublesome. We should all go ahead and rest. We shall meet again. In order to free this game from war.
I almost feel like I should do that every now and then.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm still
So
going
leave
to
on-
accidentally do that, but...
So I'll leave on the opening theme for a short bit.
I just...
In case people cannot recognize it, this is by... A lot of the themes to the more recent Super Robot Wars have been done by Jam Projects.
Yeah, I have to say, the skits are quite wonderful. And the moment the song ends, it goes straight to the continuation. Goes straight to the
Alright.
demo.
I think that's it. So, Here we are, back to where we were.
Alright.
Please forgive the technical difficulties. So, at this point in time, what I would recommend you do is not that.
I'm gonna try and do what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna get far enough. So I'll just leave him there and have him snipe.
Alright, that is... I was trying to determine which suit was which.
Yes. Just try and hit the sniper rifle. Does he have one?
Just looking to see if... I doubted...
He has focus there?
I thought he needs focus just... Because they didn't have a 100% hit chance. Let's go.
Just go ahead and snipe. Bye-bye.
Alright, in this case we can do this.
You have the Curios and the Brasta as possibilities. I would not move it in case something else does show up after. So you've got the Curios that can go over there and launch its tail missiles.
As well.
Have the Brasta head over and shoot something if possible. And then leave Setsuna. He's not going to be able to use the 7-sword combination, which is sad. But such is life. But he can take that with the next best thing. Poor Setsuna.
I wanted to try it so much.
Yep. But hey, we've got a beam saber. And that'll have to be good enough.
Just... yeah, he doesn't. Just making sure that he doesn't have any way of doing it.
So, yep. And that attack was just barely enough. Just a couple over. That's our point of quarter. And that's that. We've gotten rid of both fighting forces, huh? I don't think there are many that could win against both Celestial Being and Dancougar Nova. Mission is complete. We need to hurry up and leave the area. Wait! Reinforcements are coming! As I said. From the HRL? So much larger water than before. And it looks like they're better equipped, too. Don't tell me, is this their real aim? They completely... they got us. What is it? The HRL knew that we'd be coming here and get a special squadron in the forest. Some sense been in the middle of for a long time. They saw through the fact that we would come here and had their main force act separately.
Yep.
To think that you would appear in this area, Celestial Being. Lieutenant! Celestial Being has wiped out both the guerrillas and our allied forces. So, eliminating war by destroying both sides. Do you really... seems they really think they can get away with that. All units, advance! We'll make sure to take them out here. What'll we do? There's no need to answer. Gundam Meisters cannot retreat. So we're going to fight again? We're going to have continuous battles? Isn't that pushing it? We've been prepared for that ever since we joined Celestial Being. If you don't intend to fight, then fall back. Quit joking. I'm the man who didn't even run away from $1 million debt. The fact that you can joke like that. I like the fact that you can still joke like that at a time like this. Oh, sorry, Crowe. I don't intend to run away either. I feel the same. Sakuya? Since they're the ones who are picking a fight with us, so we may as well go ahead and take them out now. Alright. I'll keep with you guys till the end here. Yes. Looks like you guys do know what you're doing. As you can see, we've got quite the pride ourselves. Alright, guess it's decided. We'll go ahead and clean things up quickly. Let's aim for their leader. Alright. I'll show you the wrath of a wounded beast. Yes. Defeat the commander to win.
Okay.
And the only thing you have deployable is the Dancougar.
Now, just keep pressing out this time.
Yes. Okay. So, there you go.
Hey, the Exia might be able to use the 7 swords.
You might get a chance. It is very possible. Missile detonator. That's not an attack you'd get a chance to show off often.
I was gonna say, I'm not to try and do.
It's using the sword here.
No.
It's used through a lot of energy. So use the missile detonator or a punch.
Let's use the missile detonator since
No.
failed to see it before.
So yes.
Tyrants are very blocky, but I don't hate them.
He's got a bat left. Why do you have a bat left?
That was really slow.
ごめんちょ
Yeah.
っとミスった
But seriously, why do you have a bat left?
そこのパイロットさんおとなしくしてもらうわよ
It just seems such a strange thing for them to have bat lefts. But,
行きますミサイルデトネータ
yeah. The missile detonator, it's really just a bunch of missiles. But they call it the missile detonator.
What else would you call that?
Trying to use the cannon.
Stop.
You can just punch it.
Just punch. Just punch.
Nah. That's too weak. So. He does not have any movement buffs.
Why do you not have any of the useful skills?
Because he has plenty of useful skills, just not for that. You can get the virtue over there to do some pain. To inflict some pain. And it's got a guaranteed hit. Good for you, Tieria. I didn't use you much, so it's nice to see you getting use in these early stages.
I don't like
Even though you have a
Tyria.
cast off.
I just...
Like his suit.
yeah. I don't like Tyria, I just really like the Virtue and the Nodley. Nodley?
Naturally. Good move.
And I love the fact that there's an actual model that does that.
You can go ahead and see it. Don't think the dynamos can get quite far enough, but it's worth a shot. And now to decide what to do with the Dancougar. Remember, it has several other pilots.
I was less interested in that and more interested in seeing. Sure.
As the bird's song plays.
了解
Is that
クールに
the,
決めるわよ
Yes, the opening to Dancougar Nova is Tori no Uta, the bird's song.
ミサイル
is that the one from Z3?
Yes. It is one I cannot
That's
sing,
everyone.
because I've not heard it enough with lyrics.
Humming it perfectly, but...
Yes, humming I can do, but cannot sing.
Sure, if you think you can hit.
ガンダム
Need to
この有名
skipping things.
Missile detonator, plenty fine. It's just gonna use a machine gun. Those have machine guns?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what those arms are.
No, I thought that was the cannons.
Stop trying to use the Dancougar cannon.
Oh no, I mean, it's trying to default for a reason. Oh, those gun-head Tyrans. But aren't they weird, the cannon head ones there?
Yeah, they are weird.
Tyrion's doing far more kills than I normally would have with him. You're using him more than I would. Yes, that was focus.
Oh wow.
There are just a couple of problems when you can't fully read the language. Yes, focus and lock on.
That's still within the realm of problems I'm willing to accept, though.
Yeah.
Like, accidentally using a focus on him, there are far worse things you can do.
So the question is, are you going to go for the cannon head Tyrans behind him in order to get more experience, or are you just going to take out the commander?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
Alright, both ways work. It's the classic tactical question. Do you try and go for the EXP, or do you just finish the stage as quickly as possible?
This one doesn't
There are
rank
benefits
you
to
on
both.
how quickly you do it.
I would have recommended turning on the animation so you can see what it looks like in attacking. It's always fun to see what the enemies look like, too. Because, I
I'm going
mean,
to skip this one.
they have hundreds.
Oh god, yeah.
Yes. They have like dozens of different types of enemies for each things, and they all have their own attacks. Not many.
Gunhead Tyrans are just
You can't counterattack, so it's set to defend.
just dodge. I trust you.
And now, the commander is attacking.
Sure, in this case, go ahead and stop the cannon. It
Gundam
may
and
kill
Dancougar, huh? Looks like they've joined forces. I was lucky. How lucky of me to be able to confirm that with my own eyes. I'll show the resolve of one who's been fighting his whole life. Yes, because of course he's got a special model Tyran as an old commander. Ow.
Thankfully, super robots are highly illogical,
残業するつもりはありません
Yes.
and therefore they can tank just about anything they want.
クララさんダンク砲お願
Yes,
い
they tend to have far higher HP and armor.
いけます
So many
脊髄反射システ
guns.
ム
In addition, smaller mechs tend to deal less damage to larger mechs based on size differences, so...
ダンク砲いっけ
And I mean, that's not even the final Dankou cannon. So it will get much crazier.
状況が見えていないようだな。
Ow.
You dodged?
Yep. He dodged. Perfect anime moment. He dodged. Take a look at everyone's levels. Who really needs this kill?
Can I do that from here?
Yes, X. Level 8. Level 8. Level 8. Level 5. Level 8. Level 8.
Well, looks like I know who needs at least one kill. Gotta determine which of these is the softest.
Definitely the squishiest one that he can easily reach. Yeah.
One of the two of those is definitely the squishiest.
I don't know how long you're going to keep using the Curious necessarily.
I'm probably going to abandon it before I abandon the Virtue.
So yeah. How much will does Setsuna have?
120.
Perfect, he has enough.
So I'm planning on taking this out with probably... Why not overkill?
Why not?
バージ介入行動
It's always fun to deliver overkill to enemies. Just connect
Remember
straight to the power
Transistor.
core.
It gets amazing overkills.
Bonuses for
バーストモード
overkill?
で殲滅する
It would say things with overkill. If you dealt enough damage, it would get to... Extreme! Why are you doing this? Stop! Please! You are a monster, if I remember.
Okay.
It had just ridiculous
Dynamic kill.
ones.
The cold green eyes that pierce into your soul.
The stream looks to be running weirdly.
Stream looks to be freezing a bit. So, we'll wait a minute here until we can get these stream issues sorted out. Yes, our stream does appear to be having some slight problems here, and be quite a bit further behind than we are.
I'll go ahead and check. Our stream's base,
So we'll take just a minute here, try to ensure that things are still streaming as properly.
Obs looks fine. Bitch.
I mean, things seem to be still going right. Not really sure what's going on.
No idea. It's
So,
it's right on my end, but not here.
alright. So, let's go ahead and
I have no idea what's going wrong. It's perfectly fine through all of our means.
Alright, so, well, we'll find out later, and hopefully it'll get back to working properly. Take a minute to look at the boss here. Man, he has a lot of health compared to most things we've seen at this point in the game.
Alright, you are... It looks fine now.
Alright. As a fun note here, this is the first... Poor Sergei Smirnov here is the first guy we've seen with a command aura.
Oh,
Level 3, actually. Considering that level 4 is the top, he's pretty experienced.
As he should be.
Yep. Machine gun, carbon blade, long-range cannon.
Alright, so... Now...
And now, to show off the 7-sword combination. Let's see. Here we go. Jin long sword and short sword. Jin long blade and short blade, that's 2. Slash slash. 2 daggers. Long sword. And then slash with the beam sabers. 7 swords. For an insta-kill. Always nice to have a one-turn takeout. And that tripped attack again. You gonna close in to force him to use a different attack, or?
No, I just don't feel like taking any chances
Alright.
with missing. I had a 2% chance of missing.
Yes. Not much, but if you've got the
A
points
speed
to be able to
burn.
spend it, since this should be the end of the stage, it's very uncommon to see more than one wave of reinforcements.
Except in the final stages.
Yes. Unless you're getting towards the end.
Definitely will not kill them.
Not at all. But it dealt a fair bit of damage.
That's a lot of HP.
Are you saying that this power can change the world? Snipe him. Let's go ahead and line up the sniper shot. I really have to wonder what those bits are on the side of the dynamos.
Green bets?
Yes.
Shields.
It's the way that they move, and the sniper rifle hangs off them. It
I
makes
believe
me
they're
wonder
supposed
why-
to be sort of bunker shields.
They are strange, however.
Actually, definitely strange.
I would go ahead and close in to use ACP-5s,
Yeah, that's...
because Dancougar Nova needs kills. Its pilots start with no kills, as they're totally inexperienced.
And...
This might be able to do it. She has lock on.
Focus also would have done, but...
Yeah.
怪我したくなかったら下がりなさいよ
If you don't want to get hurt, then fall back!
ダンクーケン
Yes, is everything looking right on the stream now?
いけダンクーザ
I can only hope it is.
ロシアのアラグマが消えて呆れる
Yes. Happy face shot. And later on you get some robots that cry. Oh, and we picked up some E-carbon armor. That's nice. Nice bonus. Gundam and Dancougar. Their power is even greater than I'd expected. All units, retreat! We're leaving the area! I've confirmed the retreat of the HRL units. Alright! This is our victory! Ah, you're so simple. So members of the 3 countries are deliberately aiming for us now, huh? Things are only gonna get tougher now. You should resolve yourself. No. No, you can feel free to leave if you'd like. Let's erase your memories for a while. Please stop with the jokes, Lock-On. Even though you're a sniper, you're way off the mark. Quite a thing to say. Hey, do Do you really think that wars will disappear with a method like this? That's why we fight. And that's that. Today's victory may just be a small one, but even so, it's still an advance. I believe that myself.
But it's an advance of Zeta.
No, it is not an advance of Zeta. Woundwort, please. Yes, I really do like the Woundwort design. One of my top mechs. So it appears as though the connection with that organization has gone smoothly. Hello, Alejandro Corner. That's just the saddest fault of translation I have. It may be something official, but still, you have a man who could easily have been Alejandro Connor, which sounds like a very, reasonable name. Instead, he is Alejandro Corner, keeping with the 00 tradition of giving crazy names to people.
Roland Kahak is all I have to say.
No, Lauren Kahak.
There's a lot of debate.
Whatever, Lauren, Roland.
He actually signs an autograph in series as Roland.
Either way, it's nowhere near as bad as most 00 names.
No, not at all.
Yes. But yes, of course it went well. Yes, we must use everything at our disposal in order to change this world. As usual, your normal job seems to be rather busy. It's exactly because of a time like this. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to be meeting with the Empress of Azdistan. Azdistan? Azdistan. Let's see. For someone who's a representative of the United Nations, you have plenty of things. There must be a mountain of things that the countries need you to do. And excuse me, Mr. Alejandro Corner. Oshimi, I'm looking forward to the Celestial Being's next mission. It really is fun. I wonder how they'll move from here. Hi, Ribbons. Ribbons Allmark, everyone.
Ribbons.
Yes, Ribbons and the Reborns. That's such a bad joke. Japan is the country of puns. Lord Alejandro. Oh, a visitor has come. I've seen your visitor off. Good work, Ribbons. That was an Oshimi the agent. For someone such as her, who works as part of a major company, I think she's like head of a wealthy family or something like that. Normal people couldn't even imagine that she would be a supporter of Celestial Being. The people who are supporting Celestial Being are from all walks of life, after all. Yes. And of course, observers like me are there as well. Celestial Being. How do you intend to move them? I'm merely an observer here for now. All I can do is just continue to watch over them. Even if their path leads to ruin, that is. Your desires. Allow me to help with them. Thank you, Ribbons. You are my angel. Ribbons Allmark.
At least he's not wearing the stupid outfit yet.
He is wearing the stupid outfit. It's
He
just
is
you
still.
can't see his stupid outfit. Back to Dragon's Hive. Good work. You were able to safely conclude the mission. Safely. Even if you say that, it was pretty hard out there. Or can't I? I'd like to ask for a raise with how tough it's been. That will depend on how you do from here. You're so harsh. Are all female commanders like this? If you want to go out drinking with me, I'd be more than happy to consider it. Hello. Well done, everyone. As expected of the people we chose.
Okay. Stream is
I'll
fine.
go ahead and take that as an honest praise. Even though it doesn't seem like you've put any heart into it. Mr. Johnny, you're so harsh. Your team... I truly believe that Team D is top class even amongst all of the teams we've had so far. Then I shall be certain to report it to my superiors. Come to think of it, we still haven't met the Supreme Commander of this base. Sumeragi, have you met him? Unfortunately, we haven't been able to directly meet him, although I have had contact with him. I'm very sorry. He's a man who really does not like to deal with other people as much as possible. He was able to create this important of an organization in the Dancougar Nova in secret, and even commence with direct contact with Veda. Who on earth is he? Today's mission may have ended, but if the HRL decides to invade Azenistan again, we'll have to deploy again. We'll beat them down, they come back, we'll beat them down and they come back. It's just like we're going in circles. If you don't have the resolve to do that much, you should go ahead and leave. But at the very least... Yes, that's our crew mission after all. Sounds like it'll take a long time. If you don't like it, then you should just leave. You're Setsuna, right? Do you not like the fact that we're cooperating with you? Don't worry about him. He's got a couple of problems. I'm fine with it. After all, we're not that serious about it here. And that guy's left. He's way too serious about this. Even though he's not fully trained, he still has the pride of a Gundam Meister's job. Seems we're really hated, huh? I guess we got no choice. For people like us who've been living in peaceful Japan our lives, our ways of thinking are completely different from a guy who's lived his life on the battlefield. Talking about the reality of war, huh? I don't think it's that bad to be living in peace, though. Come to think of it, Speaking of Japan, Miss Sumeragi, have we received any information about what's happening in Area 11? About that. Seems like things are really starting to accelerate over there.
That's what?
Has something happened? No. You were all born in Japan, right? Are you interested in what's happening? Well, I mean, that place is an entirely different Japan. The Great Dimensional Quake 20 years ago. Two islands of Japan appeared in this world. But 7 years ago, when aiming for the Sakuradite reserves under Mount Fuji, the Britannian Union invaded one of the Japans and wound up taking it over. In other words, the Far East incident. As a result of that area became the Britannian Union's Area 11th extraterritorial area became known as Area 11. Let's see. Yes, and just recently in that Area 11, the current regent, Clovis La Britannia, Prince Clovis La Britannia has been assassinated. What? Assassinated? Was the person who did it the Japanese person who was opposing Britannian rule? Yes. We don't have much information about who the actual culprit was, but we do know that the Britannian who was directly related to it has been captured. No, an honorary Britannian who has been captured. Has been captured. I have to remember Suzuki was an honorary Britannian. Yes, someone who sold themselves out, yes. After all, that place is currently being ruled by the Britannians. Ruled over by an iron fist of the Britannian Union. It's a rather complicated situation over there. I've heard that Tokyo and the surroundings seem to be fully Japanese. Japanese. But no. Tokyo is surrounded. So, despite the fact that everything's going on there, and some of the slums and ghettos around there where the Japanese live, people from the Astragalus galaxies are there as well. Seems it's been pretty chaotic.
Chirico.
Yes, and that's why Chirico is with the Black Knights. And so that's exactly why the Gundams from the colonies have fit in with the anti-Britannian Union movements. Seems as though that place will have a great impact on how the world is going to move from now on. Yes. And so in order to place Area 11 under greater surveillance, we're going to send someone in there. Let's see. They'll typically be staying there in Area 11, but at the time of mission, we'll have them meet up with us. Who's going to go? We've already decided that.
The only expendable member.
Expendable. Sure. Britannian Union Langley Base. Langley Air Force Base? Probably. Back to Grandmaker here. So I heard that the HRL was kicked out of Zemistan by Celestial Being. And this guy's name is Daryl. I do not believe he lives long. Let's see. I even heard that their commander was that Sergei Smirnov. The Bear of Russia, huh? Even for someone as impressive as him, the Gundams were an opponent he couldn't face down. Even more so, I've heard that Celestial Beings started cooperating with the Dancougar. Gundams paired with a mysterious super robot. That really does seem pretty hard to face. The greatest of flowers are in a place where humans can never reach. Gundam. I look forward to breaking you myself. However, Lieutenant, the abilities of the flags are nowhere near on par to be able to fight with them. Daryl, are you making fun of the flags? Everyone's saying it. I mean, no matter what it's just reality that the gap in our abilities is too large. Calm down, Howard, Daryl. Let's see. If the flags aren't able to match up with the Gundams, we just need to raise their abilities to the max. As expected, Lieutenant. It's precisely because there are people like you who can say things like that we have a chance of winning against the Gundams. This is the Rafe Eichmann guy that they were talking about. Ah, to hear it from the professor. For the professor to have overheard me, I'm so incredibly sorry. I'm also cooperating with you here as a key part of this anti-Gundam task force. So, can I ask you to be in charge of tuning up my flag? And you're the pilot? No. And what should I do about the safety settings for the pilot? I don't care if you completely ignore them. You seem pretty reckless. Unless I have it at the absolute maximum, I won't be able to face down those Gundams. You're way too casual about this. Well, it is true that for someone who focuses on the engineering like me, someone like those Gundams are pretty alluring. That mysterious particle shed from those drives on their back, the high stealth systems, and firepower. In other words, you're saying that drive they have on the back is the source of the Gundam's power? That's exactly right. It appears to be decades ahead of anything we can create. Let's see. At a time like this, when there are so many new types of people flowing in, to think that we'd have to be fighting against other humans is we've got the dimensional beasts and the Image. Let's see. Terrorists using unknown technology have started appearing in Japan, And then there are unknowns that are thought to be aliens who are coming out of nowhere. It's precisely at a time like this that humanity shouldn't be fighting each other and should be banding together. Isn't it so foolish? See? If we were to look at it from a normal standpoint, it would be exactly as you say, Professor. Graham. However, I'm also one of those foolish people here. I think that everyone's just focusing on one or two things. I suppose so. Let's see. I may be too old to change. But let's see. But unless there are people who do look forward to the future, I don't think humanity will be able to change. Okay. This is Growmaker. What? Azema stands? Tokyo in Area 11. Entrance to the apartments. Ah, sis, are you heading out again? Hello, Saji. Saji Crossroad. Will be important later. Saji Crossroad and his sister, whose name I have forgotten. Yes. I've got a special thing. I've got stuff I need to do for work. Sorry, but I've left. Sorry, but find dinner on your own. Does it have some? Is it a special article about the assassination of Prince Clovis? Our publication focuses on international news, so that's not it. Ah, it's nice to meet you, miss. Seems like you're busy as usual. Thanks to Celestial Being, the entire world is starting to move. Luis, are you okay?
Kinue.
Kinue? Kinue is the sister's name. So, Saji Crossroad and Kinue Crossroad. We'll try to remember that. For as long as she's in the series. And since there's such an uproar here, is it really okay for you to still be studying abroad in Area 11? It's not as if the AU and the Britannian Union are directly fighting each other yet. And besides, Saji's here in Area 11. And right now I don't have any intention of returning to Spain. I don't get you. What on earth do someone as nice and proper as you see in our Saji? Haha, I don't know either. I'm not good at dealing with her. So, what's this special thing you've got going on? This is something just to be dealt with here. Yesterday, the Celestial Being attacks Zemistan. But the government and the anti-government guerrillas suddenly found peace. What? Don't tell me. That conflict's been carrying on since the Great Dimensional Quake. We were talking about it in class today. At this rate, Celestial Being is going to be important enough to be classified as national threats. It could be here that Zemistan's actually going to reunify peacefully here. Don't tell me. Is this because Celestial Being got rid of the war in Zemistan? If that's true, could be. So, I'm heading off. Luis? I don't care. I don't care if you stay here to eat dinner, but don't stay overnight. Alright. Have a nice day. The entire world is changing because of Celestial Being, huh? I wonder if Celestial Being will come to Area 11. Please don't even think about that. I mean, all the ghettos are in crazy uproar already. The mobile suits that were rampaging about there. I heard that they were some of the Gundams sent by the colonies. We've got Gundams here as well, huh? See? Seems like they've been cooperating with the resistance in the ghettos. Hey, Luis. I know my sister already said to you. Were you really sure you aren't going to go back? That it wouldn't be better for you to go back to Spain? Saji. Thanks, Luis. Since I've got the blood of 11s in me, everyone at school's been rather distant from me. And I'm glad that you don't pay any special attention to me because of that. Don't treat me differently for it. The fact that I was able to become a member of the student council is also thanks to you. But with the world the way it is now, it's exactly because it's like that that I want to be with you, Saji. Ugh, you don't understand a woman's heart. Sorry. I like that part of you. Sorry. Ah, sorry. We're in the way. We're in the entrance. Kind of blocking the entrance here, aren't we?
Sent Sensuna?
Yes.
I thought they were
Hey,
going to send
Saji.
you.
No, you don't remember that. That's how we got to meet Saji. That's how Saji first got acquainted. He was doing a thing like that. Hey, Saji. Looks like that guy's opening the mailbox for the apartment next to you. So, you're my neighbor, I guess. I'm Saji Crossroad, and I'm living with my sister in the room next to you. I'm Setsuna F. Seiei. Seiei? That's an odd name, but I look forward to seeing you from now on. He's gone. What was that guy? How is he? I like that. He seems like he's about the same age as me. I hope we can get along. And so that is another chapter through. So, no new units yet, but we'll get a very important one next chapter.
I'm confusing the Dancougar a lot, I can already tell.
Yes. But next chapter here, we should be getting the Getter Robo, which should be a cause for many people to be very happy.
I might as well set 1.2 to attack. No. Yes. Yes, here.
A boost HP and armor. Possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You picked up E-carbon armor as well. None of them have enough to buy anything important. So, is there anyone you think needs more armor / HP?
Probably Setsuna because he just runs off into fray.
Yes. E-carbon armor grants plus 500 HP and plus 100 armor.
I mean, wouldn't you agree? Just he runs off directly into combat, so.
You also have one propellant tank you can apply to someone who you think is going to need extra energy.
Oh, that's energy. I thought that was the plus movement.
No. Yes, you have a vernier unit equipped to him, and that gives plus 1 movement. Yes, the propellant tank, which is over there, grants energy. And the nice thing about the Z series that not many others have is all the repair kits and propellant tanks and the like are once per map rather than full consumables.
I thought that was only in 3.
Nope.
Oh, nice. I don't have to worry about that then.
Yeah. So. And we've still got time. We'll go on a bit more.
We'll go on and do one more chapter at least.
Yeah. So. Off we go. To New York UN headquarters. Yes. They're having a special meeting on extraterrestrial life forms. Everyone, please calm down.
These people don't look trustworthy.
No, they do not. These are Stinger and Corwin, 2 key villains from Getter Robo Apocalypse. Yep. Yes. We understand that Professor Saotome's speech before caused quite a bit of a ruckus here, and we can understand the unease everyone feels. We feel that it's highly likely he just went ahead and gathered all you people here trying to shock you and gather more sponsors for his research. Even if we say that, it wasn't entirely out of the way. Let's see. Exactly as you heard before, We have people from the Gishin star system who've been coming in, trying to take over the world. We do have aliens, an alien threat coming at us. Yes. And Stinger here, as well as myself, have confirmed the presence of these invaders that Professor Saotome was talking about. See. Their true form is that of a special type of life form that came here that entered the solar system on meteors and have had some effect on cosmic radiation. Yes. Yes. However, the invaders that are currently existing are very small creatures, nothing to worry about. As a result of that even if there were a couple of casualties that appeared, they would be rather small and it would end rather quickly. Here. Hello, Duke Delmayu. I believe that's Relina's adoptive father. Could be wrong, I guess. So could we possibly predict where those invaders will appear? Unfortunately, we do not have the means to do that. Duke Delmayu, current head of the Rumfeller Corporation, person controlling the AU from the shadows, and here we have Prince Schneisel from Code Geass. I have a feeling that the AU would far prefer that they appeared in either the HRL's territory or my Britannian unions. Let's see. So I suppose that these invaders are something that we should treat as natural disasters, just like the dimensional beasts in the Image. If they were to appear in our Britannian Union, we would confront them with our self-defense forces, but other than that, we'd leave it to the countries in question. Mr. Brian Stegmaier. Brian Stegmaier. Interesting name. You seem awfully uncaring about this for the man in charge of the Britannian Union's police force. Aren't you supposed to be in charge of protecting the world's peace? Our country is currently embroiled in its own troubles that we need to take care of. Yes, Trey's Kushinaga shows back up. I've heard that there are some uncomforting movements occurring in Area 11 right now. If they were to mess up, it could be that all of their extraterritorial areas would suddenly erupt in riots. It may just be by a little bit that those Gundams from the colonies have slowly been changing the way this world is moving. See. Oh, this is a crazy one. I can't fully tell because of all the extra BS. I believe that we should leave this up to the United Nations. This is for that reason that the United Nations Peace Preservation Council is supposed to be gathering its own firepower. And here we have the first appearance of a truly key character, one Mr. Elgin Roddick, head of the UN's Peace Preservation Council. He's going to be very helpful to us. Yes. Representative of the Peace Preservation Council, Elgin Roddick. How do you intend to answer this? As the representative of the AU, I agree with Brian Stegmaier's plan. Representative Elgin, allow us to hear what the Peace Preservation Council has to think. I fully agree with with Representative Stegmaier and Duke Delmayu. Then, the Peace Preservation Council's ideals are not something limited to the scope of single nations, but something that were designed to protect the peace of the entire world. Yes. Although it's not as if one could actually pull this off, considering the momentum the three great countries have. As a result of that, our Peace Preservation Council shall move based on that assumption. If, for example, these invaders were to appear, we shall do the same. If, for example, he was able to make those ideals a reality, that could truly change the way this world is. Back to UN, an empty room at the UN's offices. Why? Why won't those fools understand? No. They weren't even trying to understand. They were just trying to ignore an inconvenience so it would go away. And this is Professor Sao Tome, the man in charge of the Getter Robo.
Wait, Apocalypse is the one where he goes insane.
Yes. You fools! This threat approaching us is one facing all humanity! And yet you're... What the hell is this United Nations for? Excuse me? You are Professor Sao Tome, right? Who are you? If you're here, that means you have some relation to that useless UN. My name is Siene Regis. I'm the princess of the country of Liminasia. Liminasia. I've heard about you. They're that small country in the Pacific, right? Neat. To imagine the person in charge of the country was a little girl like you. I'm sorry. Seems like we've... Now that the pleasantries are... Seems that the pleasantries have ended here. Corwin and Sting are just dancing... Having the politicians just dancing along. So, what do you want with me? Yeah. Did you come to just laugh at a crazy egotistical old man? No! I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about those invaders you were talking about. You should just listen to what those idiots out there in the main hall are saying. They at least can tell you a good story. I want to hear it from you, Professor. Are the invaders really the worst and ultimate enemy of humanity as you say they are? Exactly. They are the natural enemy of all life on this planet. No, all life in this universe. If something like that's really coming to Earth, then what should we do? Isn't it obvious? All humanity should pool their power together in order to stand against them. But... you're just like the rest of them, aren't you? Even if you say things like this, you just want to find out how your country can come out ahead. Yes. Truly is so. Before the invaders come, this world should be destroyed once. What? In order to awaken those eyes of all those fools, this world should be destroyed! He's probably a bit crazy, but... hey, we'll happily accept his help. Back to the Dragon's Hive. Did you hear about what's going on in Japan? Are you talking about the fact that aliens have appeared? I was surprised that those mecha beasts or whatever showed up. But to think that even aliens would come out. Those heterodynes appeared for the first time in 12 years as well. Seems like things are really pretty crazy back home. If you're gonna say that, I mean everywhere's pretty crazy in the world right now. Well, we're one of the causes of it, though. Are mecha beasts and aliens included in your list of targets in Celestial Being's list of targets as well? Veta had already marked Dr. Helen as mecha beasts long ago. Of course, at that point in time, we didn't have any idea what he was... He didn't know of any materials or money that he had to be able to create such incredible weapons. So even your prided Vega isn't omnipotent, huh? Ah, don't look at me like that. Come on. This is a good chance, so I'll just go ahead and say it. I don't intend to condone the way you act. Since Veta has confirmed our cooperation with you, I've removed Dancougar from our list of targets. I guess that's an obvious for Celestial Being. Even now, though, my feelings haven't changed. Following on from Setsuna, it seems like we've managed to make that guy mad as well. Don't worry about it. Jira has always been a bit complicated. It's not just that. But it'll be a problem if his personal feelings cause problems with our operations. Don't worry about it. Both Jira and Setsuna are pros at that. They won't pull any stupid tricks. Right, Setsuna? Are you really getting by well in Area 11 with how uncooperative you're being? I mean, are you sure you're not troubling your neighbors there? I suppose so. I'll take caution. It's good that you're being more cooperative. You should talk with your senpai more. I have nothing to learn from you. I guess so. Well, if I did have much to teach you all, it would be something like how to deal with your debt. Yes. If it wasn't just your theories, but there was actual proof, there'd be far more worth to listening to you. You guys, I can just feel your respect for me evaporating quickly. Well, that's just the way you are. I guess we're the same guys stuck with bad luck. Don't call me that. Well, coming back, the response like that is one of my specialties. After all, I've just lived my life wandering from here to there. So what's going on in Area 11? Did you find anything out about Clovis's assassination? Let's see. I heard there was some sort of weird thing where a monster appeared. Monster? No, a weird guy, not a monster. A masked man suddenly appeared and rescued that honorary Britannian. At the same time, those Gundams from the colonies appeared. Seems pretty crazy for a weird masked guy to appear. Not only that, but he uncovered a huge scandal with the Britannian knight who was supposed to be escorting the prisoner, and then stole him away. So I guess that man has linked the anti-Britannian Union forces and the colony Gundams, huh? His name is Zero, and he claims that he's the one who killed Clovis. Zero, huh? Pretty odd guy, huh? Hey, lock on. Are you guys going to go to Area 11 at any point? Someday, at least. Leaving aside the Britannian Union, are you guys going to attack the Resistance members there as well? If we just take out the Britannian Union, the remaining Resistance members will turn on each other quickly. In order to prevent that, we'll have to take out both sides. Unless we do something like that, we can't stop the fighting. It's truly sad, isn't it? No matter how much you hate it. Unless both sides lose their power, the fight will just keep on going, huh? So, what do we do if our opponents aren't human? Are you talking about those aliens who showed up in Japan? It's not just that. You've got dimensional beasts, Image, and they're heterodynes as well. I really don't think this is the time for humans to be fighting each other. You're not wrong about that. Let's see. Hey, I mean, even I think that against external foes like that, humanity should unite to face them off. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. All of those countries out there are just trying to use the opportunity to push their own agendas forward. But at this rate, isn't it possible that those external foes are going to annihilate humanity? We won't let that happen. Is Celestial Being going to fight against them then? Yes. Well, it is kind of the obvious. Their job is to stop. Our job is to stop wars, after all, regardless of who they may be with. Ah, Sakia, this is where you were. Can you come with me? Yeah. Miss Sammy, why did you need Sakia? I heard from Little Rue that Sakia had something to say to me. It's an important thing, so I'd like to do it somewhere where there aren't any people around. Huh? This is a really important conversation for me. So please, I'd like to do this where it's just the two of us. What? I'll be waiting in the hangar.
Everyone is going to go.
Just the two of us? An important talk? I wonder what he's doing. But yes. Oh, hallelujah. From that movement, it looks like he's pretty serious. And, oh come on, Lock-On, you're smirking a lot here too. I can't win against you. You seem to have quite an interest for your hatred of women.
Okay, I gotta check to make sure that's Chris.
Well, I'm the type of guy who enjoys other people's problems. So, what are you gonna do, Miss Sammy? What should I do? Her face is really red right now. Have you got a fever? There's no way there'd be that kind of reaction. Oh, so Miss Sammy likes guys like that. It's not like that. It's just some sort of urgent thing. Well, shouldn't you go ahead and head to the hangar at least? He's waiting for you. Good luck, Sammy. Yeah. And to the hangar, where all is not as it appears. I kept you waiting, Sakuya. Miss Sammy, I'm sorry to call you out like that. Yeah. There was something I had to tell you no matter what. Yes? I know that this is selfish of me, but I couldn't hold back anymore. No matter what, I wanted to tell you my feelings. But you're still young, and not someone like me. This doesn't have anything to do with that. Please! I just want to tell you my feelings. I want you to add weapons to my rhinos! Huh? I want to have an awesome weapon mounted to the rhinos that doesn't lose to anyone else! Some sort of special weapon that'll burn brightly! Whenever we fuse into the Dancougar, I don't have anything to do! I mean, that's pretty lame. Is that all you wanted to say? Huh? No, there's nothing else. Fine! You want a weapon, right? Whatever! Weapon? 2 weapons? Fine, I'll add them for you! What? Sakuya! No. Do you think you can make me satisfied? Huh? You've lit a fire in my heart. I won't let it go out so easily. Miss Sammy? Calm down, please. You're starting to scare me. Shut up and come up with me. I won't allow a half-ass job. Huh?
Oh, poor Sakuya.
A moment of respect for poor Sakuya.
Maybe
poor
he'll
guy.
be later towards the...
Launch! Getter Robo!
Maybe he'll actually have
Chapter
that
7.
occur later.
Who?
Maybe romance will bloom for him towards the end.
No.
I know he's not the first person to this.
In 2 o'clock direction! Something's coming! See, the World Liberation Front has been stockpiling weapons here. Exactly as Miss Sumeragi said. She's pretty good to be able to read all the situations like that. Although once her job's finished, she just goes back to drinking. Looks like it's just gonna be a 2-way fight this time. These guys are full-on terrorists who keep on pushing their ideals onto the citizens. We'll take them out quickly. Understood. And I don't like their way of forcing their will onto others either. The World Liberation Front. An idealistic revolutionary group. they don't have any real goals for the future. Or so they're just mindless destruction. Let's see. They've got units from the AU and HRL as well. Where on earth did they get all these weapons? Well, anyway, it's time to punish these guys. Let's go! You're pretty fired up, Sakuya. Once we transform into Deku, I'll be sure to shock you. Did something nice happen with Miss Sammy? I guess so. We'd better not linger on that too long. And let's go! Destroy enemies. Don't let any allies die. Be warned that things will get more complicated here.
Oh, of course they're going to. There's no way it's just going to stay this easy.
Throwing daggers. Okay, so you've just got Axios, Tierns, and oh hey, a Hellion, whatever it is.
Hellion.
1 HP. That is sad. How unlucky do you have to be?
Should have froze that for a split second. Yeah,
Oh, well.
that's...
Doesn't matter, there's not even any SR point yet.
I was gonna say, well, that's a kill for someone.
Yep. May as well go ahead and let him get that. And that should be everyone.
Eventually here I'm going to get the Getter Robo, so...
Yes. Setsuna just going against the Hellion.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Hellion or Hellion?
I'm pretty sure it's Hellion.
It's written Hellion, but it could easily be Hellion. Dodge the rocket launcher.
That's good.
Sure you want to be that close?
Yeah.
Alright.
I've played enough Fire Emblem that I can trust my decision making.
Whatever you say. I would have gone with the Vulcans on that.
Yeah, I should have as oh crap.
Everyone, dodge!
D-pad.
What's happening? Watch out! Something's coming! And look at those ugly mugs.
Invaders.
What are those? Dimensional beasts? No, it's different. Dimensional boundaries aren't shaking. I don't know, but those definitely don't look like anything humans are riding. So are they what destroyed the WLF? There's no way those are our allies. I'd be more troubled if they wanted to be our friends.
Lots of attacks.
They're indiscriminately attacking. What's happening? Do we retreat? There's a town behind us. But to fight an unknown enemy. But if we retreat here, then we'll be no different than those WLF guys. Lock on. Even though if someone else was to look at us, they'd think we're the same. I feel differently. We'll do this. Understood. Okay, Setsuna? Yeah. I'll have you stay with us, Tieria. If you leave, then we're gonna lose a lot of firepower. I can't stop. Sounds like what you were saying before is a lie. What are we gonna do, Aoi? If they're coming at us, then there's no way we can run. Sorry, Aoi. Have Team D help out as well. Alright. I just have to hope these monsters did will sell well with the chief. Within 3 turns, kill all invaders.
Okay.
Part of why I was asking if you wanted to move further. and I'm pretty sure more enemies will show up.
I really wish you would excel.
No, no. No use in hoping for what you don't have. Wall.
That should be F1.
Now time to look at the prettiest enemies in the game. The invaders.
Oh.
And look at this attack.
I was gonna say that's not as terrible as I was expecting, but that is as terrible as I was expecting.
Yes. Vomiting lumps of eyeball and such.
That attack looks super slow. It looks like the frames go down, but I think that's just, it's a slow attack.
Bit of both. More invaders appear.
Well, sometimes so.
Not all of them are, but that one is the same. There are two main types. There's the flying ones, and then there's land-based ones.
Yeah, I can see the difference.
This one is land-based. It's using a sword? Okay. You want a dimensional beast sword advantage. What on earth are these things? Weirders are just popping up one after the other. What is happening to this planet? Everyone loves the invaders. Actually, no, everyone hates the invaders, but they lead to one of the best robots, so...
Definitely one of the best robots.
Yep. Everyone loves the Getter Robo. Particularly since this has the Shin Getter. My personal favorite of the Getter designs, you'll see. Prefer it to the Shin Dragon. Anyone else? You're attacking the Curios. Yeah, those aren't swords. It claims those are swords. I do not agree with them. Those are more scythes. Or tentacles, maybe? Whatever you want to call them. But not swords. Oh hey, Hallelujah leveled up.
Nice.
Oh, Hallelujah, you're getting more and more likely to be hit. But you're not dead yet, and you've done a shocking amount of damage to a lot of them. Good job. And now... This is bad! Dimensional boundaries are wavering! So... Dimensional shock's about to occur! And now we have dimensional beasts out as well.
Oh, fun.
These guys are destruction incarnate. This is the worst timing! Wait, something else is coming. I detect three things. This is...
Getter Robo.
Change Getter 1! Invaders, both invaders and dimensional beasts, huh? This is a pretty impressive welcome for us. We've got both Celestial Being and that crazy Dancougar thing are here as well. It's almost as if all the key players are here. They're perfect for us. Those three things combined into a robot? What are those guys? Out of the way, Celestial Being! These invaders are our enemies! Who are you? This is the Getter Robo. We're the guys who are collected to pilot it. Quit looking around. Don't let them get away. We'll help you out. Even though you came here late, what are you saying? Oh, leave it alone. For now, we just need to focus on taking out everything next to us. You called them invaders, huh? Well, what do they know about these monsters? We've gone ahead and taken care of the introductions. Let's go! Hayato! Musashi! If you can keep up with me, Hato. If it's impossible, then swap with me. Don't do that. Come on, guys. There's no way my getter will lose to the invaders. Let's go! Oh, and crush 'em. Only lose now if Ryoma dies.
And it's all invaders, right? Not all enemies?
Yes. So, we now have the Getter Robo, our first transforming robot. We've got the Getter 1 with the Tomahawk Boomerang, Getter Machine Gun, Getter Tomahawk, Spiral Getter Beam, and Getter Beam.
Oh, he has the Spiral Getter Beam from the start?
Yes.
Nice.
He has Prevail level 7, Will Limit Break, and Will Up on destroying enemies.
Oh, nice.
Alright, let's go ahead and swap forms. Check it out. Got the Getter 2, which has much larger range. Has Drill Missile, Drill Storm, and Drill Arm.
Do they have separate energy tanks?
No, they do not have separate HP and energy. It uses the Getter Vision ability, which gives it, at 130 will, a 25% chance, 25 to 30% dodging anything. He's got Prevail level 3, See-Through, and Counter level 6. And then finally we have the Abandoned one.
It's not always going to be abandoned.
The Getter 3. Which has machine guns, I believe, the Getter Arm, Getter Missile, and Daisetsu's on Roshi.
Of course, this isn't the Shin Getter.
Yes, this isn't the Shin Getter yet.
I can tell because Getter 3 is the one that looks the most different.
Yes. This is just the standard Getter for now. It'll be a while till we get the Shin. But we will. So you have a bunch of guys who've been roughed up down there. So it's your choice of what to do. Gonna use the Tomahawk Boomerang and not something stronger?
Oh, what's that weak?
No, you have not weakened any of those. The ones that are, yeah, all around, I'm curious, have been beat up.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
You invader bastards! To think you've come this far! But taking these guys out is Arn the Getter's job! Yes, these guys are pretty tough. We need to make sure we don't spend too much energy doing this. We're good at this. We won't even leave a single fragment left. We'll burn them all up. Boomerang Tomahawk. I do not know who came up with that idea, but I love it.
Wow, those...
Yeah.
Worse than I expected.
Not enough will. So the question is, do you go down and beat up on the uninjured ones? Ignore the dimensional beasts. I would say, yeah, you should beat up on the uninjured ones. Just let the counterattack kill play out for the other ones. As he just keeps playing in the background.
It's a good theme. Does energy refill upon
Yes. Energy will refill upon transformation. Fighting unknown enemies. Guess that really is perfect for a super robot. Huh. I think this suits me far better than fighting in a war. If we're going to be trying to be some sort of allies of justice here, then we've got to make sure to win this. Of course. No matter who my enemy is, and what they are, I don't tend to lose. They're by far the highest level characters we have now. I would ignore those ones that have been injured. Because you want to beat up the ones who are uninjured.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yes. Celestial being exists to end wars. For that sake. And that should be everyone. No wait, you've still got the Curious.
Still got curious.
Decide what to do with.
How are you? Oh, you're still.
He's perfectly fine. He took no injuries. Although, if he has focus, you might want to consider applying it. I would consider, yeah, applying focus there and just flying him out into the middle of those guys.
That's fine. Okay. Just for the heck of it. There's only one uninjured unit right now.
No, because there's a bunch more up top. Several more up top. That one is going to be a problem, potentially. Yep. Such is life.
That is it. But this is only turn 2.
Yep. Attacking the Getter. He's going to use the Getter machine gun. You fool!
That's a search. I'm sure someone else will.
Sniper rifle. Yes. Yes, that's the painful thing about the invaders. The ones that spit at you inflict energy down if they connect.
Yeah, that is pretty painful. Or keep fighting.
It's really a pain, but they aren't the worst enemies. Yeah, energy has gone down by quite a bit. So, turn it on. Spiral Getter Beam time.
Yeah, sure.
As heat flames.
This is their blade.
It says sword,
If
not
it's a
blade.
blade, I fully buy it.
Yes, I could fully buy that being a blade, but yes. And this is just such a fun way of attacking. Spiral Getter Beam by using the cloak to defuse it. Massive explosions. Not quite enough for the kill, but dealt quite a lot of damage. And now we have the Dimensional Beasts moving in. Don't worry, they'll all disappear once you take out the others.
Especially still want to get any kills on them.
Depends on what you can do.
Because I've got 2 beasts left to kill.
So check how much HP they have. No, not those. The enemies left. Those seem pretty easy to take out, so
So yeah, I'm gonna...
I'd say decide who you want to use. Who you want to get the kills on those with.
I'll at least get one. That was not a kill.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So I probably would use the either Brasta or...
Can't change, can it?
Nope, not yet. Check its will. 127. 3 kills would net you enough.
Okay, so...
So, if you have...
This should kill one of these. I think.
Don't know.
If this fails to kill.
Can't imagine I'd be meeting you guys. Can't imagine I'd be meeting you guys again here, but taking out Dimensional Beasts is my job. Let's go, partner. This is what you were built for. No.
Alright,
So,
at this rate,
at this
I'm
point,
going to get... These two can definitely get a kill.
At this point, here's my recommendation. Use the Curious to kill the one the Exia hit. Use the Dynamis to kill the one the Brasta hit. And then use the Getter Robo to kill one of those invaders. Kill the 2 invaders. I would do something a bit stronger. Use the Beam Saber. We haven't seen his Beam Saber.
Of course we haven't seen his beam saber, it's so uncommon to use it.
Yes, because he's got a super short range Beam Saber.
And he's a sniper.
Yeah. But, you know, occasionally they have fun. So straight through, shield and beam. So, use the Getter Robo.
Yeah, I'll get one kill on one of these Getter Robo.
Use the machine gun, why don't you? It's uncommon to use it. Now, Getter machine gun. Cause what do you think of
what I
more?
think it is.
少しぐらい外してもかな。撃て、龍馬。
We don't care if you miss a bit. Shoot Roma!
That was not what I was expecting that to be.
Nope. Yes, we don't care if you miss a little bit, just keep firing. That is truly what machine guns are meant for. Alright, now we can use the Nova Eagle. Transform. Let's see. There's a new response on the equipment monitor? Did the Dancougar Nova get equipped with new gear? Haha, it's a special weapon for me. I had Sammy's on whip it for me. It's called the Boost Nova Knuckle! Don't tell me. The reason that Miss Sammy was acting all weird before was because of this? Haha, it was pretty hard. It is a new weapon after all. We may as well use it with the inks. Leave that firing to me! I'll pour my heart into it. So now we have the Boost Nova Knuckle.
Oh, hey, ammo.
With 2 ammo.
Alright, so I'm going to get the kill on this with the Virtue because they don't need experience.
Experience no, but kills, yes. Also, you can't use the Boost Nova Knuckle after moving. I would just kill him with that. Have the Virtue fire at something just to get some EXP and then finish it off with that new weapon.
Alright, yeah, that does make sense. There's a change for this. Forgot to turn it off.
一切の容赦はしない
Might as well watch the Virtues though.
You just like the Virtue.
Well, that end. This is in the animation.
It's the strongest attack, so it gets special attention. Jin Bazooka Burst Mode. I don't really know why that's called Burst Mode, as I typically think of burst fire as consecutive shots, but... Burst Mode it is.
It is a massive burst of energy.
So close. But not good enough.
Alright, let me get...
So, third option there. Boost Nova Knuckle. 100% hit.
Let's do this.
Time for Sakuya to get his new weapon. Sakuya, finish it! Boost Nova Knuckle!
Is it a rocket punch?
Of course
It's
it
a
is.
rocket punch.
We may not have the Mazinger yet, but I mean, rocket punches are ubiquitous with super robots.
The question is, how do you get the arm back?
Shh, you leave that to Daiguard to worry about. They're the only ones who have to worry about rocket punches and, you know, retrieving the fist or anything like that.
Do they actually have rocket punch?
I believe yes. Alright, we've defeated all the unidentified enemies. All that's left is the dimensional beasts. No, I think we're pretty good out there. They disappeared? After a certain amount of time passes, the dimensional beasts naturally vanish. We're currently studying the mechanism behind it. Let's see. But it's ill understood. But the dimensional beasts from this time, they're a bit different than the ones I'd seen before. What do you mean? What do you mean? The ones I fought. They're much tougher than any of the data I'd seen in the Brasta. So, your Brasta is specialized for hunting dimensional beasts, right? So you're saying that they're stronger than any of the ones it's fought before? Could it be that they're a different type? No. No. We've exceeded all the types we've seen before. Oh. If the ones we've been fighting until now were cats, then these are tigers. Or something like that. I'm not sure what a heel is. Yeah, something like that. Some fierce cat. Are you serious? That may be saying that may be stretching a little bit. But the dimensional beasts are evolving? Dunno. At any rate, I ought to send this data back to the Axion labs. There's no need. Veta can analyze them. We'll leave it at that. Problem is... What? Are you intending to fight us now? Since you're carrying such an incredible weapon, we need to... Of course we're being careful with you. Interesting. Want to go at it, Gundam? Leave it at that, Ryoma. Don't forget the reason we came here. Yeah. Yeah, if we don't cooperate with Celestial Being, Professor Saotome is gonna kill us. Professor Saotome? Don't tell me. The head of the Saotome Research Labs? Yeah, that's him, alright. He's got a bit... He may be going a bit senile, though. You know him, Johnny? He's a famous Japanese scientist. Let's see. His specialties were in energy... electrical energy... new types of energy and robot engineering. But for the past few years, he hasn't been showing up anywhere. He's been locked away in his own laboratory. You know a lot, kid. He's like, well, there was a special issue on it in Men's Monthly Science and Learning.
Of course there was.
Of course. Yeah, I've got a message for you guys from Old Man Saotome. In order to destroy the world, use us in the Getter. That's what he said. In order to destroy the world? Hey, we've got yet another weirdo showing up. Yet another crazy guy. Back to the Dragon's Hive. Commander's office. So this is Celestial Being's base, huh? It's pretty impressive. Is this okay, Mr. Tanaka? To bring guys like this along with us? Ah, yes, it's perfectly fine. I mean, my commander has already cleared the Getter team's permission to be here. So, So you were talking about the Supreme Commander of the Dragon's Hive? That's exactly right. In order to continue our operations from here, he's scouted the Getter team. Has that been confirmed by Veta? Of course. If not for that, we wouldn't have let them to come along. So that's that. We're going to be fighting along. If you guys are picking a fight with the world here, then I'll be fighting at your side. Fight with the world, huh? No. A scrap with the world. A brawl, huh? Huh? Seems that our war has become a pretty small thing, huh? Yeah, he may have had... Sorry about the crude way this guy's talking, but don't get us wrong. Tanaka. Let's see. Can we hear the reason that you guys scouted them? Let's see. First up, let's talk a little bit about this Professor Saotome who invented their Getter Robo. According to Joni there, he's some sort of reclusive scientist guy. Professor Saotome has been busy studying Getter rays. Getter rays? Haven't heard that name before. Let's see. They're a special type of cosmic radiation that descends to the Earth. Let's see. At this point in time, there's a lot we don't know about them, but what is known is that they produce an incredibly powerful energy. Don't tell me. The reason your robot is called the Getter Robo is exactly as you imagine. The Getter Robo uses those Getter rays as a source of energy. Professor Saotome has been locked up in his lab doing research on the Getter rays and has gradually been drifting further and further away from the world at large. I guess he really is a reclusive scientist. So why did you guys respond to the attempts to scout you? As expected, even the professor couldn't stay locked up in his lab for all that time. During his research into the Getter rays, the professor came to learn about a great danger to the Earth. Danger to the Earth? The monsters we were fighting today. The existence of the invaders. What are those? Life forms? We're still in the middle of investigating the specifics. But as the professor was studying Getter rays in deep space, he learned about their existence. They appeared from somewhere out in deep space and are currently aiming at the Earth. What for? Unknown. Although what is certain is that between us and them, it's going to be a fight of kill or be killed. So it's just like the dimensional beast in the image, huh? But if something that crazy is coming towards Earth, then why are the countries all fighting each other? The professor is trying his best to explain it to everyone and then put on a big show for the United Nations. But in the end, he was just laughed at by them. They said it was just some big performance he was putting on to try and increase his personal funding. See? Yes. His old acquaintances wound up taking over his data and presenting it to them and getting something, but not much. See? However, these invaders definitely have appeared. Isn't that proof of what the professor was saying? There have been plenty of other invaders that have come down to the planet as well. However, all the big shots at the UN are just saying, oh, there's some sort of natural disaster or something, and blowing them all off. Time is running out for the planet. Let's see. Everyone's too busy mobilizing their own armies to fight other countries instead of the world. And so as long as the invaders aren't launching any major-scale invasions at the moment, everyone's ignoring them and leaving it up to the Peace Preservation Council. Peace Preservation Council, huh? I heard, last I'd heard, that was just a part of the three-country ruled UN, which was only an existed name. In order to fight against the invaders and pilot the Getter Robo, Professor Sawatomi specifically chose the three of us. Chose us? Don't you mean to say he kidnapped us? Sounds just like us. But I have to give that old man my thanks. Since I started writing it, my blood's kept on boiling. Yep. Just like you. Ooh. The guy who's comparing a war with humanity's extinction on the line to a simple barroom brawl? Well, aren't you the same? Got me there. If you're not someone hot-blooded, the Getter won't move for you. Ooh. Seems like the professor wasn't wrong with his choices. Looks like they're all birds of a feather. My boss has already taken a keen interest in Professor Sawatomi's research. See. However, in order to help out with what he'd been doing with the Getter Robo, he decided to send a little message. And so, we've been fighting the invaders? That's not just it. He wants to destroy the world. You said that before, but are you serious? That's what the professor's thinking of. In order to prove to humanity the foolishness of their actions, those humans who don't think of them anything but themselves, the foolishness of their actions, they need to be taught a sharp lesson once and for all, is what he says. And so the professor decided that he'd send us to meet up with Celestial Being. The crazy guys who beat up the fighting humans until they learn the errors of their way. That's not a bad way of thinking. You've got a pretty simple way of putting it, but you're not wrong. Seems that you do at least understand the very basics of what Celestial Being's ideals. What's up with Kieria? Is he gonna accept this? Since Veta has confirmed this plan, I have no reservations. That again? Is the only thing you do listen to that Veta thing's orders? That is Celestial Being. What? Seems like Celestial Being's got some crazy people as well. Yes. Yeah, the guys here are Celestial Being's proper members, plus one rookie, and plus as well the Dragon's Hive people. And everyone here's got their own situation. Whatever. Your fight is now mine. I'm Nagari Ryoma, pilot of the Getter 1. I'm the pilot of the Getter 2, Hayato Jin. And Musashi... I don't remember Musashi's last name. Pilot of the Getter 3, nice to meet ya. To borrow the words you were using, we're picking a fight with the world. Oh. I'm looking forward to your help. Leave it. We're just gonna... Don't praise us too much. Yes, I don't think he was praising you there, but thanks. If we hadn't been in this position, we probably would have been stuck with that old man for a long time.
Tomoe.
Musashi Tomoe. Okay. Interesting. Yes. I don't think Crowe was meaning to praise you there either. Well, at any rate, we've acquired some new allies, and our operations are only going to get larger from here on. We're going to have to gather our full energy to deal with these new enemies, the invaders who have appeared. Silence. Silence. You guys aren't any fun, are you? The only ones who could hear our current situation and get excited about it are interminable idiots. What? The Getter team and invaders, huh? Seems like they're both pretty crazy.
The very sharp-toothed Ryoma. Alright.
Alright.
We are probably going to stop here for today.
Yes. Gone ahead and gotten through three chapters. We picked up the Dancougar. We picked up the Getter Robo. So we've got some good new